Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. Check in, folks. Check in. Election run, and a little thing go on. Karak will be here today, people. Karak will be here. Karak will be here today. Yeah, man. We have to get Karak in the building here today. Big up on yourself, everybody. In the Reggae Boyz Nation. Election is over. We can finally get back to the business of football. Let me make sure that Karak have the link quick and fast, because I'm sure Karak will see some discrepancies that took place in the election. So we want to make sure we get Karak on the show nice and early so he can explain himself. So people, so Mr. Ricketts has won the election, so nothing changes except maybe Raymond Anderson's position. I'm sure he will no longer be vice president, as the president would have felt that Raymond Anderson has betrayed him or backstabbed him in a way. So, yeah, man. Let me just send this to Karak quick and fast so him know what go on. So him know what go on. So, for me is, the JFF has to just do what they have to do. Hope to God they do the right thing. Can't guarantee that. But, as I said, I'm more concerned about the play on the field, the football. I'm more concerned with the football on the field. And I still think we can do well with even when this JFF is not functioning correctly, even though we would want them to function correctly. Best episode 433 presser. Just subscribe to your channel to them, my boss, and check out the video that Karak knew he was going to lose. We heard nothing from Karak once it got close to the election. Yeah, man. I don't know if Karak felt that he was going to lose. I think maybe Karak still thought that they could have won the election. I just think that I think that a lot of those delegates weren't willing to vote against Mr. Ricketts, because you don't want to vote against Mike Ricketts and end up lose and end up Mike Ricketts win. Then how that go work for you? So I think a lot of people realize that, listen, might as well we just continue with Mr. Ricketts in the meantime. And anyhow it goes. So I think I saw the list of vice presidents. My high school coach is now also a vice president, Mr. Barry Watson. He's also a vice president. I think I have the list here. So the list of vice president, the four vice presidents are as follows: Gregory Daly, Elaine Walker Brown, Barry Watson, and Raymond Grant. The two ordinary members are Rudolph Speed and Bruce Gaynor, while the Confederation chairman are Sheridan Samuels, Patrick Malcolm, Errol Stevenson. Congratulations to Errol Stevenson. Errol Stevenson is a young man who has played for Jamaica, represented Jamaica. We saw him even here on the YouTube space, and it's good to have a youngster like that back into the getting into the program. And Mark Bennett, all the gentlemen and ladies above will form the new board of officers of the JFF. Well, Mr. Barry Watson, even though you were my coach in high school, I guess they need to tell you once you enter the fold in the JFF, nobody not safe. If problems are going in the you will call out. Everybody will call out. But big up on yourself. Mr. Rudolph Speed, you have the opportunity now to do the right thing. You guys got another chance again. Uh just do the right thing now. Please, guys. JFF, can you do us a favor and let us not hear anything else about you know, for the rest of this year? Make we not hear nothing about the JFF. Fix one of it, fix, sort out with the girls them. Who fi get punished, and who fi get called back, get called back. But let's handle the thing right. Mr. Rudolph Speed from here on out. Big up yourself, Brain Drain. Um, and Derek, yeah, Derek G. Why the intro so long is because me just run the intro. I'm there fix up some last minute things. We start the show, just get the lighting on and cameras and them thing, and just in the meantime, so to get the show running. So yeah, you just have to skip over the intro, as you know, that's how it is. So wanna say people, what's going on? How wanna feel about the election? Anybody feel any certain way? Are you guys okay with the results? How is it work? Thank God we get out one. No good man. For next 4 years, we will get out the next one. This is a 20-year project. We say Colin Quest, every election you get out one of them. Yeah, basically I say it, that's it I go come down to. We're not gonna be able to get these guys out. We're not gonna be able to get these guys out. One, Mr. Ricketts says Triple E. Jesus Christ. Was Raymond Anderson ever a real candidate? And I'm sure there was gonna be people from the Raymond Anderson slate saying that Mr. Anderson didn't get a fair shot, a fair opportunity, because what happened is like when Mr. Anderson decided to run, he started to complain that they were boxing him out. He was in meetings. He was he they weren't telling him things. But what did Mr. Anderson expect? You can't expect fee a run against the president. You're the vice president, and the man them tell you everything in the meeting. Rudolph Speed said it on here. You can't tell us how to fight the war, how to beat you. You know, you need to just man up and do what you have to do. And I think the Mr. Ricketts team was willing to get down and dirty to get the result, and they got the result. And that's what elections are about. It might not be how we want it to turn out, but that's exactly what elections are about. So, yeah, man, we don't see Karak yet, people. But let me see if we can ring Karak, because him can't escape today, you know. Let's see if we can ring up Karak right now. We can see if we can ring up Karak, see if him can string up his sound. Let's see if we can ring Karak, string up the sound. But Cataract did send me a statement though. Um, he did send me a statement. I could read it in the meantime. He says, I accept defeat, but this was the most corrupt election I have ever participated in my life. Whenever you do a show, I will expose what really happened. And, and the cesspool of corruption that is the JFM. So that was Cataract excerpt from the the elections. Karak is saying there was a lot of wrong doings yesterday. They were crossing out people's name off the ballots and writing on my name with pen and pencil and rubbing it out and a bag of things. So Karak wasn't too happy with how the election was carried out. He thought that there was a lot of um um you know weird things taking place. Triple E said one, Mr. Ricketts. JA football say was he an actual candidate? Cataract string up the wrong sound. I'm telling you. Do you think if it was another candidate other than Raymond, it would be a different argument today? I think so, Triple E. I think so. If you see Raymond Anderson, problem was the same JFF that Raymond Anderson wanted to get out, the same JFF that Raymond Anderson wanted to get out. He was a part of it. That was the problem that Mr. Raymond Anderson. People hit the like button as soon as you enter the chat. Don't make me bother call up the show. Just hit the like button and make the video start fly off now, man. I don't know if you do the thing already, man. Just hit the like button and the video just take off. Whoosh. You see me? That's all, From the come in and you hit the like button, the video just go. That's where the African leader say, when they ask him about the economy in a country, he says it's gonna go. Don't know what that means, but I think he meant it's gonna take off. But yeah, man. So to be honest with you with this comment, Triple E, yeah, man, if it wasn't Raymond Anderson, um I think anybody other than Raymond Anderson had a good shot. But to be honest with you, up Pagan 180, the only man I think that could have beat Mr. Ricketts in that election was Rudolph Speed. As crazy as it sounds, I think Rudolph Speed was the only man who could have beat Raymond Anderson in that. I think Rudolph Speed is the man who has the grit and he has the chess playing ability to move the pieces around and to make delegates fall in his favor and calculate out the election and win it. I think Mr. Speed is the only man I think could have actually won that election against Mike Ricketts, to be honest. Brain Drain said, cry me a river, Catara, cry me a river. Hit him too, switches into switch. Cataract fi come down. No. Yeah, we waiting and Cataract right now for forward. JT, money, up RR, I refer Morris. They were in court while Mr. Ricketts was on the ground doing the work. Yo, and everybody know that Pat Garrell, that whole situation with Pat Garrell, I think that was a stall job. It was a job to basically stall out the election to make sure that Raymond Anderson team could get enough traction with voters to get, because the election was moving a bit too fast for Raymond Anderson. He was getting left out of things. And even with the extra added time, we see that the JFF, the politics in the JFF is a little bit more it's a little bit more tricky than a lot of people would know, because the way how Cataract call out the delegates on here, I really thought that the way Cataract spoke, that Raymond Anderson might have had a chance, but it seems like he didn't really have a chance. Bless up Jerome 876, didn't really have a chance. Review of the manifesto. Bro, both manifesto weak like rat. Manifesto, people will just eat white bread, like it weak, brother. The manifesto come like some like a white bread. The bread them some like a weak, like they make soup, they make soup and you go and you take it and you lift it up so and drop it back in the pot. Say the soup have like a texture in it and like a glue in it. The soup just run back in the pot. The two of them manifesto weak. I don't, to be honest, even I think Mr. Ricketts them copy even some things out of Raymond and this is manifesto. I'm being brutally honest. But yeah, the soup now nobody pagan. Nobody in the soup. The soup lazy. Like when you scrape off just the water off the top, I saw the manifesto them still it long. Like the people in that Jamaica that said the soup long, it stretch out. The soup long, brother. So I don't see any of those manifesto who held any steam. Big of yourself 180. Nobody else on Raymond team wasn't smart enough to say don't be the lead. Bro, that's the next thing, Triple E. Raymond Anderson, to me, his demeanor didn't it didn't spell authority. It didn't spell power. It didn't spell follow me. You see me? It was just Rayman was up there like this is Rayman the builder, and I will show you how I can build. The problem you run into though with that, Mr. Anderson, is you've been there for 30 years, my friend. 30 years. Mr. Raymond Anderson, the soup water, long brother. You did it for 13 years, brother. 30 years. Bro, 30 years, you know, bro? My youth, so before me and you, just like when we born and we not even start what football yet, Mr. Anderson, them are running football. And Mr. Anderson, they make we grow up and have a picking and then sitting there. People pick me, turn our grand pick me, turn our grandmother and them thing there. Mr. Anderson still did it. And Mr. Anderson come and tell we now, say, I'm going to change the football. I'm sorry, bro. 30 years, bro? God almighty. No, man. At that, Mr. Anderson had an uphill task. And that uphill battle when Mr. Anderson was fighting was that 30 years in there. He remind me of the man from Reno. There was a man on from Reno on one of them show them and coaches decks. And that the man I say him get one office pan one field as Westmoreland. That him get pan the field must be one office building him build for him 30 something years in there. So bro, them man ya, like bro, for 30 years it take we get something done, like God, man. Why is Leon Bailey selected? Is not selected. So Okand, as you know, Leon Bailey was suspended, my friend. Leon Bailey was suspended due to not following curfew that was set out by the coach. So hence, this was discussed with the team and discussed with Leon Bailey himself, and the decision was made that the suspension would be in this window. I know for a lot of people it might be strange, but the coach made the call. I'm not going to be here crying. I have no problems. I would have loved to see Leon Bailey there. He's in top form right now, but you know what I mean? Like, what we are going to do? Like, the coach said, them now follow protocol, so we have to, Leon Bailey got the belt. Got the belt, but if you're not a part of the JFF, I cannot run. No, you cannot run. That's the problem. They're not correct. You can't run. New wave. That's the thing why I tell people, say, you see, that's why I'm stop beat up my gum about the JFF, you know, bro, on YouTube, you know. You see, the moment me look on the JFF constitution and see how I said, bro, the man them they insulate themselves. So for you get in at the JFF, I think you have to go through like the parishes, become a part of one of the football federations, become one of the parish man them, one of the parish FA them, and then you work your way up into the JFF. And by the time you reach there, so some other man there further than you in at the JFF. So God go with you. Me don't know when you're gonna get for run. Remember, see, 30 years, Mr. Raymond and this Indian and yesterday him come out. Him that want to be president before you again. So me don't know y'all go like, bro, it tough. It's tough. Me that love for you. It's like Errol Stevenson, them youth, them move up. Young minds who understand what's happening out here. But him go have some major wars to fight in there if him ever try to move like him want go rogue. You see what them do to the last man we go rogue in there Sweden right now. You see me? Anytime you go rogue in the JFF, you see that the man them fire you or they shuffle you to an assistant role. True, only speed could defeat Andy. So defeat, well, yeah, Mr. Speed actually defeat Andy. The delegates have chosen the Prezi post boxing. blessing JOM 876. So Raymond off the payroll. I guess I just saw an article in the newspaper that Raymond Anderson yet to know his new role in the JFF. The man them gonna have Raymond Anderson pick up garbage up at JFF. You stay there. The man they spiteful in a JFF. We don't know what them are gonna do with it. Raymond Anderson sound when I play over stadium. The man them are gonna don't know them are gonna take that work the family Mr. Anderson. Them probably are gonna turn on a company and set over there now. And your son now go play over stadium. Them say you run the bar. Them Them probably go take the bar from you. No, so yeah, I hope you have some other source of income. Yeah, man. I hope him have another source of income. Cause the man them now go deal with Raymond and it's nice, bro. I don't think it is gonna be any shake hand and say, Raymond, come back on the technical staff here since you have years of experience. I run the man them around them, Mr. Anderson. Big and serious. I tell you that. JT, I heard that the builder's tears wash away the the penthouse foundation. Yeah, man. Bro, that was one of the craziest lines me and Mr. Anderson used. Mr. Anderson say, I go move the JFA from I think the hotel suite to the penthouse suite. And I was like, so Mr. Anderson, you're basically saying to us that you guys were in a regular room the whole time. You weren't doing the job. You weren't doing the job. And you're there, man. It was very contradicting this whole scenario of somebody being there for 30 years, running against somebody who came in there and saw them, and you finally decide to run now. Mr. Anderson, anybody but you, I think, would have had a better chance. It's just because, and it's not that you're a bad person. I don't know you in real life. I actually don't know all your accolades, Mr. Anderson. I don't know what you have done in the JFF. I can't say you haven't done anything, but if you have done anything of note, we would have seen it by now. So I don't know, Mr. Anderson. I would love to give you a fair shot, but I just don't know what you do, man. Just like Bruce Gaynor, nobody knows what Bruce Gaynor does, but his name just pops up on important documents. I don't know what Bruce Gaynor does, but he's there, man. Um, yeah, but yeah, man, the soup weak, man. Biggs was just a selector to hype up the. Yeah, man, Cataract. Let me see if him see my message yet. If Cataract think him can hide out that show today, make a sad mistake. Um, yeah, Cataract a war over here, so Cataract say me. Voters list say C right, and this man ID say C white. Yeah, this is something that Cataract had a lot of problem with. There was an individual who was supposed to vote, and on the voters list, his name was C right, and he voted and his voters ID says C White, WHYTE. So Cataract is saying the JFF he can vote. Him name just the JFF said to Cataract that him can vote. Him name just spelled wrong. That's what they told Cataract. EOJ Gladstone in the elections, you can vote even if your name spelled wrong. We do. Yeah, that was one of the main things that Cataract had issues with. That was one of the main things that Cataract had issues with was people name spelled wrong and them still allow to vote. I don't know if I don't know how that works, bro. I don't know because I guess they're saying that they know the person already. You mean he couldn't read his own manifesto? RR, I think the RSA should push the Issa man in the front line. I think he had a better chance because if you to be honest, schoolboy football has been successful, man. Schoolboy football has been very successful. I'm not gonna lie to you. So if I think if they push him up front, the thing I think they would have had a better chance if they push him up front. I to be honest, I think they missed a beat, bro. Raymond Anderson was just not the man. He wasn't effective. He wasn't effective at all. I don't think he was effective. So Raymond Anderson, it didn't work out. Hence, this is where we are. We're gonna touch on the game with against the United States as well at some point in the show, as we're here to talk football. If Cataract doesn't show up, them lock off Anderson, Cataract jump on sound. LOL, 30 stressful years for another 4 years. And the worst thing is the man them in a JFF a complain, so they now make no money. And Mr. Raymond Anderson in there for 30 years and he might fight for more years. Yo, it come like slavery never abolished. Look at they never abolished slavery because first me I see people that run for election for work for free. First time they used to just grab you, go put you at work on some cane field and say go work. The man them a fight for work. Say in the JFF if no money no in there. No can't tell me nothing, bro. But no money no in there. Which man I get up every day a fight for job? and you in there for 30 years and no money no in there and you no do nothing. You don't do nothing and no money in that job. That not sound good, brother. That not sound good. That not add up. We have to wonder if Anderson was a plan all along to discourage others from contesting the president. Yo, more time you have to think about all them. Just like down a Russia, brother. Vladimir Putin just pick who are gonna run against him. 87% I vote Vladimir Putin get and win the election down that yesterday. So where is the league going to come from? No, I guess the stop league. Yeah, Mr. Andy. So can't no more meeting and call YouTube vloggers and turn on him phone for them here the meeting. So that they I tell you say 32-10 in a wall again. Yo, JT saying and this feeding KFC information did not help and this team either. Fans realize the behind the scenes trickster player. Yeah, I mean, I say money are spent in an election. Then if money are spent in an election and a 17 delegate, Mr. Anderson get, and Mr. Anderson did I say when him become president, them are gonna release 300, how much? Our $3 million. FIFA go release right away. Come on, man. Tell me I sell them some party shop story that you know sell, man. Them JFF brother, yeah. Hunker down. You can't get them out, pagan. You cannot get them out. You have to live with it. JFF moving like the Putin election. Yeah, man. And that the man them a move like the election. But you reach up at top, you get corrupt too. Yeah, it's just like any politics in Jamaica. Eventually, they say you know, a lot of good people enter politics, you know. What the problem is, you're not allowed to continue being a good person while you're there. It's either you fall in line or the man them have to deal with you. Big League Leng, a BFA, Big League Leng. Watch it in a Big League Leng. Watch it in a Big League Leng. Me don't tell you no Big League Leng. So we now wait for Omar Hutchinson again, you know. You alone, the bus gone on the beach ship, brother. The bus I leave out and me see Omari walk past and them say, no, Omari that gone down the road like him gone kitchen, gone for his clothes. I know him man now come back. The bus I wait for him, them a blow the hand, everything he now come. So the bus gone, brother. So Omari Hutchinson, film reach Puerto Rico Beach. Brother, I'm going to take a taxi or rent a car if you come play for Jamaica right now, car. We now wait for him again, bro. We don't wait for Omar Hutchinson Big League Leng. Are you alone in a reggae boy fan base? Are you alone, Big League Leng? I wait for Omar Hutchinson, but me not like God Almighty. The boy, yo, Omar Hutchinson, I play some ball right now. You see people. The boy I play some. The man a rolling leather, bro. The man a rolling leather, bro. To be honest, we used to say Omar Hutchinson now go play for England. I think Omar Hutchinson can play for England, bro. But nah lie, to me see him play right now. If him play like that in a Premier League club, him a play for England. I tell you, the way I see the youth a play right now, if him take that the performance to a major Premier League club, Omar Hutchinson will be playing for England, bro. I'm telling you, he's good enough, man. He's good enough. Like what I'm seeing right now, he's like he might turn up the game, bro. Now see when them put out an article today, them call him man Neymar Omar. Neymar Hutchinson, them a call him man now, you know, bro. Neymar Hutchinson, the man is no joke. Blessings Richard Great. So the man a play ball. Karak won't get the sound job either based on the alignment. Blessings Jason Guna. It is all a mess still. Yeah. So Omar Hutchinson play ball, people. Music thinks him can't play for England. Him can't play, dog. The way me see him play right now. No, Pagan, him look good, bro. Him on a rolly leather, bro. Him a rolly leather. Me nah lie. Me can't lie to you. My mind changed with say him a play for England. Omar Hutchinson, him a move for Jamaica right now. You know when you lend a man some money at Jamaica and you can't find him and him all your neighbor. Omar Hutchinson, because like you lend him some money, brother. We can't find him, man. Find the man get the passport. Look like they lend. Because Omar come like the man them lend Omar some money if you go take out his passport. The man can't find Omar Hutchinson again. Yo, find the man get his passport. Find the man get his passport, brother. I be a personal reason the man to make him can't pay back money. every time, every time coach I may call Omar, I say, Omar, when you go pay back with little money, Omar say me have personal problems, coach. Yo, yo, the man find the man get him passport. The man know where to be found, brother. The man, the man, you know, like a man say, yo, Brian, lend me a piece of money there. You have the one money under your mattress so you hide to buy a cow or a goat. And Omar, your mother call link you and say, yo, yeah man, when he go up, he go sell it back on you. If and you tell him say the 5,000 me have, make sure me get back the money. Brother Omar, he get up the Monday morning early, go take out his passport and him birth certificate. I said, I see I go Jamaica that have a gun no fire about him again. Yo, brother. Omar, he borrow the money, my youth, I get his passport. We can't find him again. Yo, are we, Mr. Brother, we don't want to place at England. The people them say, Omar, they don't want to place at Ipswich. One man saying, they pass him, don't want to place at Ipswich or play some ball. Can't get back the money, brother. For Jamaica, the man borrow the money and cut. So, people, me have to take serious thing, make joke, but the man just disappear from our brother. The man did active and just vanish. Read Brain Jane, thank you for the super chat. And this is promise Karak St. Thomas board house. yo, bro. Yo, the man number, RR Omari number change. You see me? Remember that. Omari, so they not see me back. Yeah, man. But the man get the passport. Me don't know what we going with the passport, brother. Maybe man never like the picture night, yeah, man. Cause you know say passport picture different, brother. Passport picture different. Me don't know what kind of camera they use take passport picture, but come out like you, brother. More time people in my airport have just go so with it. So man, I go so and just look down in it, looking for you. Man, don't take a picture of my passport office there. Yeah. I think RSA should push the ISA, man. Yeah, man, that was the thing. Them lock up and this on Karak. Yeah, I can pass this on and reach back way up again. Okay, I think I don't want to for the the YouTubers need to put the spotlight on the parish presidents now. Yeah, man, you see, to me, bro, the parish president them is a huge part of the problem in a Jamaican football. I think the parish president them is very licky. You see me? And them here see some money come, brother. Right now, Mr. Ricketts can't tell him so. Listen, yo, right now, we sign some other deal, money I go run. So make a man thinking can't vote and not vote for me. I don't know, this is just some JT stuff. So if Mr. Ricketts come to you, come tell you that as a parish president, what you gonna do? Vote for Raymond? You stay there, you try follow the money, or you lose your position in the JFF. Yeah. What you say, JT? A pure diplomatic yeah. Raymond and they say them done with him, man. Right now, the man them could have 2 slippers, just beat him with it up at JFF. 2 of them wet slippers. You remember the old time slippers that we have at Jamaica were thin, the bottom of them thin, and then rub out, and one little part just push down in the front. And them, the man them could have a clap, Mr. Anderson, with an idea. Yeah, so Brain Drain say only thing Karak did was argue with the police. Yeah. Brother, for me see the man them lock out all Raymond out of that. And Karak a fight for Raymond get in that place. Me I say, yo, the man them really have Raymond away, bro. Like the man them I say to Raymond say, all right, we are gonna show you we real power. We are gonna show you how we do things. If you think say you can basically go in there and not get I'm gonna get my thing. Yo, we got the oligarch in the building, people. You know, show your face to the Karak. String up a big sound, man. String up a big sound, people. Karak is in the building, people. Karak. All right. Lock off the camera, Karak. Lock off the camera. I put
Yeah.
on some shirt. Put on a shirt or something, brother.
No, man, I get a suntan and if me see, oh, you never see out that back, let me just show you the two ladies. I can't remember man say me and the garrison.
Easy, brother. Cataract. The
Big up
election,
yourself.
the election has
Some
come to an end,
and
and I'm sure you have.
some may say. But
Yeah,
anyway, go for
I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. What was your take on the whole process yesterday in the elections? Was it everything above board?
Absolutely not. So let me start and say the election result is there. Mike Ricketts was declared the winner. We offered no challenge at the time because everything. Well, I was the main scrutineer, what they call the indoor agent,
Mm-hmm,
and everything that was objected to was totally ignored.
mm-hmm,
So that's the result at this time. Mike Ricketts is the new president of the JFF for um, the next 4 years.
mm-hmm,
I'm sure Mr. Anderson will have a statement to make, so I won't be disrespectful and precede him, right?
mm-hmm.
So so nothing can change there, so right. But what I would say is I've been involved in politics from age 18 to now, that are 32 years,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the most fraudulent, corrupt election I, Ohini Blake, aka Karak, has ever participated in. I remember myself we got through enough. What I saw yesterday, so I try drawing a shirt because I don't want a man feel that's
Yeah,
thing.
John
So
a
yeah,
shirt, John a shirt. Cause them
yeah
things
man.
say free that badness. Cause
So,
yeah,
yeah
man,
man. So that's I feel like I'm afraid of. So the shirt that they have washed, no brother. Somebody's supposed to bring up one. But
cataract afraid of the badness. You there see the cataract. Cause them a
no,
say,
but man, see me up, man, see me yesterday. So some man, we have some talk, just step past me. So let me briefly run through it quick for the first time. Man vote in the next man name, brawling. Come up here, Mr. Right for vote. And a man come say, with the ID say Mr. White, we object, man say, go on through. Right? During the elections, the voters list was being altered during the elections. So
mm-hmm,
while somebody come up to vote for this member, and it would have said Pamela Reed, all of a sudden a Grace Jones. Pamela Reed, what them say? They say, you can't change a voters list once the polls are open. Man say, yes, that can go. Rule, your objection noted. So them say, okay, they say, yes, the rules say you can change the voters list up to 24 hours ahead. I say, all right, provide the email from 24 hours ago that say Grace Jones can vote is the delegate instead of Pamela. And now we are waiting.
mm-hmm,
About 3 or 4 of that occurred. You understand?
mm-hmm.
Where people just come vote in a people name different. I'd never seen this, Roger. Even someone will come with typo. I mean, I say, yo, remember when Andre graded that try get him, Damara graded that try get him passport and didn't have to change the E to a A?
Mm-hmm.
A long, long time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man, come up and man say, yeah, man, a typo, man. It don't matter, say it no match your ID. You don't know. Hold a second, hold a second. That are the laundry will come up.
Okay, all right, all right. Hold a second there. Wow, that's Cataract has just made some scathing remarks about the election. So Brain Jane say, orange you have, that is why. Truth, no one cares. Yeah, man. So Cataract is here no people. Cataract is here no people. We're gonna get everything today. Cataract is here, people. The big sound. Cataract is here. Oh, he Blake. Yeah, man. Oh, he Blake from the Raymond and this is Slate. Yeah, man. From the Raymond and this is Slate. Cataract has a man a vote on a different man name yesterday. So we're gonna see. The deal with Kadamatri is he chose the England call up, brother. Him chose the England call up Las Blancos. Him chose that, so nothing we can do, brother. We have to just work with it. Not true. Cataract only
Yeah, man, I'm
belongs
back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. But me eat, you know, so the luxury life, you know, oligarch lifestyle. You don't know,
Yeah.
you see. People that
Alright.
come to Jamaica, you
Hold on,
know,
Keter. Hold on, Keter.
come on the grill and support the hotel them. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you very much,
Sorry, me
Colin
move, sir.
Quest. Colin Quest, thank you very much for the super chat, my brother. Thank you very much. You're a member of the channel for months now. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, man, shoot away with your comments, Colin Quest, and ask Cataract anything you want to ask
Anything
him.
else?
He's ready.
I'm
He's here.
say my daddy on the ground, you know.
All right, all right. So Cataract, go ahead. It's a beer robbery. Go on now, please.
Yeah, man. So me can call it brawling. Cause I remember say, hey, luxury lifestyle, you know. Look, my brother. When I stayed in a $100 room hotel, you know, brother. So you know.
What the election did they Cataract?
The GFF broke, you know, but the election was at the Royalton.
Okay, wow.
Royalton. Nice property, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
me kind of tend to support me Jamaican thing, so I do have a original grand leader, you don't know. So, me I say, so me can't say brawling. Let me give you an example. Curvin White, yes, you Curvin White from beach soccer. Remember that Curvin White, that's all?
And
Yeah.
you've come from Beat Soccer?
No man, yeah, but him come vote in a Mr. Right name. Your name is White, not Right. So I'm going calling out, I embarrass you. No. I remember some lawyer though. Oh,
Oh, oh, oh, oh. Yo, up and running Gona. So you're saying a man vote on a man name. So wasn't there any FIFA this minute ask Cataract, was there anybody from FIFA that was overseeing the election?
no man, FIFA, sit down, man. FIFA was there to have a good time, enjoy the sunshine,
So
and
FIFA
Concacaf.
wasn't active in checking names and stuff.
Everybody who was there is complicit in the greatest electoral fraud in the history of Jamaica. Not even 1980 when man has stuffed ballot box and people are voting and then people name. Me see them something there. Because
Yeah,
at least then did hide and stuffy box.
yeah.
So me, I defy Curvin White from St. Catherine
Mhm.
FA. Defy you to come anywhere and say, you vote in the name of someone called Right and you presented an ID called White. Yes, you set of damn fraudsters. But anyway, I'm going to run the thing in a better. So that's what
Okay,
I want. I'm looking at my book and getting this
Hold
out.
on,
So,
Mr. Speed is calling. Let me take this
oh,
from
Mr.
Mr.
Speed.
Speed. One second.
Oh, Mr. Speed, go on, man. Mr. Speed, the champion.
All right, Mr. Speed is calling. I don't know if Mr. Speed want to come and clear this stuff up or because
No,
once.
you are called Mr. Speed, but I'm not afraid.
All right, Mr. Speed said to you, Ketara, cut him off for lying. You will get sued. 1 second.
Sue me. Sue
Yeah,
me.
wait, stop that. Stop
Curvin
that.
White, you
Go ahead, Mr.
voted
Speed.
under a member named Right.
Yeah, I got
Sue
Ketara,
me.
you. Yeah.
Ketara,
Sue
hold
me.
on. Ketara, pipe down,
Sue
man.
me. Hold on. I want to make everything out.
Can't join the
The
show.
voters list was
You don't
altered
want to show
after
me
the
one man.
election
I just
started
feel
with
concerned
markouts.
about the amount of lie we might
All
tell,
right, all right, all right.
Oh, brother.
and your show can be sued.
Okay, I'll make
Man,
that
Sue
thing.
me, that man. Sue me, no brother. Listen,
you shut up and
don't,
me just
hold on.
explain something.
Nobody tell
Hold
me I'm
on,
going to sue me. Just do it. Just
Ketara,
do it. Just do it.
talk to you. Let me unplug the phone. Go and talk, Ketara.
Nobody come tell me say you sue me, man. Don't tell me say you gonna shot me. Don't tell me say you gonna do. Just do it, no man. Good. I declare again, JT. You hear me? Micheal Ricketts is the president. Here's to you. No God no sleep. What name again? Vice President. Vice President, or director, whatever your name. Speed, big up yourself. Nah. Taylor, you have a program and you talk to a man. No, I'm not saying allegedly. I am saying directly. Voter number 31 name was Curve Wright. Wright. Mr. Curvin White presented his ID and voted in that name of Wright. That's allegedly. I sat there and saw it. Sue me. Sue. Number 31, you know. Remember. God, I can go fix up the list now.
Karak,
Taylor,
what's gonna
I mean,
happen?
after-
Yeah, man,
Hmm?
Karak, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have Mr. Rudolph Speed on for like 5 minutes. He has a game, and I need you to be on your best behavior. Karak.
No, but not no best behavior. Nobody not chat to me, brother. If I said I'm on a way up on 9 granny, me no business.
No, listen to me,
You
punish.
call me. Hold on, you call me. No, hold on. With respect, you call me. They send me a link. Come talk, my thing. But me don't really fear nobody, because I'm gonna just come say and let them come.
Who are you?
No, me don't want him to. Make him just go down to court and do the suit, no man. Don't make you waste no time, man. Don't do the suit after anything.
He's saying my show. So I'm
Oh,
saying,
yeah, sure.
yeah, a disclaimer. The words spoken by Ohini Blake is not the words of Sports Prophecy or the views of Sports Prophecy. Ohini
Not.
Blake has his king and queen counsel lawyers
Mm.
at hand on speed dial. I have neither a queen or a king counsel lawyer, so I'm not going to be able to defend myself if it goes into the court of law, where
Yes,
I
sir.
need to
Go ahead,
provide
sir. Go
enough
ahead.
money. So, can I bring on Mr. Speed for 5 minutes? He wants to dispel the things that you said
I
about.
haven't said it. Okay, go ahead. Bring him on. Bring him on.
Yeah,
Bring him on.
please, man, because me don't know how you're not cooperating with me right now, brother.
Not corporate. I'm
Yeah,
sipping
but
champagne.
the man to come on and you just get out of hand, you know, bro.
Don't worry, man, Rodan.
Because
When he's on when him on the field, I get beaten by Robin Hood from Suriname. I'm gonna run on up on the field and try coach.
people, before Mr. Speed, come on, hit the like button, no people. Hit the like button, no man. Hit the like button, people. Please and thanks. Hit the like button quick and
So
fast.
let me say the same. Let me say the two things. Let me say the three things. The voters list was never presented with the name. As a matter of fact, we still have not received a copy of it, right? But the EOJ had one. And that voters list was not presented until the start of the election. Now you tell me, in which election is that a free and fair election? Number two, persons whose names were on there were crossed out during the elections, and the person who came up, their names written in. Challenge that. And voter number 31, which was who was down there as Curvin Wright, the gentleman who voted was Curvin White. That is what he presented as his ID. Mr. Speed can go ahead and challenge those.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Speed.
So the first thing is that you have up until 9 o'clock the morning of the election. Everybody's allowed a delegate and an alternate, one alternate, and you have up until 9 o'clock the morning to change to the alternate if the needs arise. So it is not 24 hours before. That right? It's not 24 hours before. So when it comes to, I'm just talking what the rule is. So I mean, just trust me, so I know what the rule is.
So can you quote the exact rule? No.
So when it comes to Curvin White, his name is Curvin White. The list had him as Curvin Wright. Curvin White is from St. Catherine FA. He is the first vice president of St. Catherine FA, not Beach. I'm just correcting some things that is just not true. And
on a point of order, I did not say, I said he was a director of Beach football, not that he was there.
He came to vote for St. Catherine FA.
Yes, you are correct. St. Catherine FA, he came to vote for.
And St. Catherine FA is able to prove that they said Curvin White. So it was a typo by whoever did up the list. Right? But St. Catherine FA in their email sent Curvin White. So again, in the election, only 56 persons vote, which is the maximum amount. And that was the first check the Electoral Committee checked. So, and the Constitution does allow for misspelling and those things. But every single affiliate got their correct amount of votes and only 56 persons vote. Now, you see, Karak, you know, some of the people in that talk to vote for Raymond and listen. You shouldn't be doing that when you work, because you actually ask my people them who come back and tell me, say, when you're up there as scrutineer, you are telling them to vote for Raymond, which is just illegal from voting there. Say I lie that.
So
Say I lie that.
you had a scrutineer.
No, say I lie that. No, say I lie that. No.
You had a scrutineer and 2 EOJ persons and the Electoral Commission. Was that in their report? Anyone can report that they heard
the person will come for vote for Kabbalah. Tell me, say you tell them so.
One can't talk one time. You are Mr. Speed.
No, I'm saying to you.
But
just provide the
JT,
audio.
The only thing they say is JT, careful before they sue you, because this man come with PLI. But if you tell me say I'm going to win, so you know say you're not accurate button. You tell me say you're win. You're not accurate button. I mean, say if you go back to St. Thomas, go help St. Thomas develop. Because St. Thomas need you over there to develop. I'm out of talk where you're supposed to go back to St. Thomas. Not if you go ahead.
I just bought a hotel in in Negril, where we are. I just bought a hotel.
I was a delegate to St. Thomas.
So yeah, but I have no problem assisting St. Thomas, but I'm just telling you. Brad. So no problem. Hold on. Don't run, Mr. Speed. Don't run.
I want this man. Maybe Jesus Christ. At least it was yeah. I'm glad you come assure that thing for them, Mr. Speed. But you know you have a game today, so you probably have
man. I go. And you know, him so rich. And I see him shirt in van yesterday, van today again, and he's so rich. Anyway, I have to go.
Right. Yo, Karak. Jesus Christ. Hurry up, I'll come find that hotel there.
Yeah, what? Mr. Speed run?
Yeah, man. So rich. I see him shot your van for yesterday.
No, sir. Mr. Speed, hold on, man. We are not idiot, brother. So hold on. So we just buy the shirt, just deliver. We just buy up shades. We just buy a car. Mazda. Come, they take a ride up here. And we just buy one cycle bunny. See them just deliver it from one shop, so. Yeah. Come, they take a ride over at Raymond, but you stay over. On Mazda 6. See there? You hear the door just knock.
Yeah.
You never hear the door just knock. One Armani shades and one cycle bunny shirt with them just said. Yeah, man, brand new. Never see this. Oh, I want cap. No, where the cap there? I want to do the cap. Hold on. Me to buy one hat, you know. Yeah. So the man can't tell him on the oligarch. Hold on, let me call it from this.
The oligarch in Negril.
Hold on, man. Yeah, man, come stay over. I never go over with Raymond. So I have to buy a car for go over. And buy a thing. And then the shirt with the inner brother. Nobody not similar this.
You just buy a car when you want place.
The gentleman who delivered the clothes and the car key up to room 6303, there was a cap. I think it's left with him. Can I ask him to set it up, please?
Oh, man.
No, man, he just came up from the front desk. Yeah, man. All right, cool. Hold a minute. This is not the only car. Hello? Yeah, good morning. This is Ohini Blake, room 6303. If someone just delivered a shirt and a car key up to me, but I think he left with the cap by error, an orange cap. All right? I wouldn't know. It's an employee. No, yeah. I think what he brought up an additional item that was not mine. So I told him that black top was not mine. I only gotten an orange top. But I think within that, there is an orange cap that's there. So whoever they sent up with it, can they just retrieve that from him, please? Yeah, man, thank you. Like a fisherman hat. Yeah. Yeah, man, back to you, JT. Sorry about that.
Yo, real oligarch style. Call
Yeah,
the
real
front
all the God
desk.
style. The man, you see me telling the man who come deliver the car. Him come deliver the car. And him deliver one cycle bunny shirt hat.
Cataract.
We not
You are the
small,
first
brother.
man.
Our thing is small.
You're the first man me know lose an election and buy a car the next morning.
And we buy a hotel.
Yeah,
You think our thing a little bit, don't?
yo, you're the first. But you actually purchased the hotel, like buy it, the actual hotel and the running of it, or you bought a hotel room to stay in.
Hotel room, HOTEL, property, 32 rooms.
How long
Right.
did and how long did yo get that? Don't make me have to press you, you
No,
know.
but you know the transaction have to go through the legal process of title and stuff.
Mm-mm.
So I made
That's what
my down
process.
payment and stuff.
The process seems quick though.
No, man, that process you can't anybody know property, you know, so the lawyers, the thing have to exchange. So what you sign is a purchase agreement and you make your payment. So that's what we did. Hello, good afternoon.
Oligog have a
There's no
hotel.
hat inside there? Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, let me check out. Let me check that out. Hmm? Yeah, man. So anyway, a football we come to talk about, you know, we're not come to talk about how great Karak is.
Yeah.
Right.
So so
Oh,
Mr. Speed came
oh,
on
so
and said,
the gentleman dropped the cap. See
"Oh,
there?
he
Psycho
got
buddy, him drop the cap. Sorry.
psycho, but
Yeah, man. So, Mr. Speed, let me tell you why I'm run. So, firstly, I'll tell you that the rule says the change of delegate is 24 hours before an election. Now, Mr. Speed, you are a liar because how could 9 o'clock come in when you don't know what time the election is? Like, no one knows what time election is. You understand what I say, JT? So, a constitution would not speak to a time.
mm-mm.
So suppose the election was 11 o'clock in the night. You still can't change 9 o'clock in the morning when the election. You understand what I'm saying? So Mr. Speed, you're lying. Ask him to quote and show you the section that says delegates can be changed at 9 o'clock. What happened was you realized that the people that you had as your delegates had switched over to Raymond. So you changed them out. No, show me the section. I am quoting the section that says to you that delegates can be changed up to 24 hours before the election. That is there and that is clear. Ask Mr. Speed to show you the section that says delegates can be changed at 9 a.m. on the day of the Congress. Show you it. Tell you the section and the article. Tell him to send you the section and the article that says if somebody's name is White, and the voters list says right, which are two different somebody. That means hold on. Let me tell you what. That means like I don't even know. Explain to me, JT. Somebody with two different names. Explain that one. You notice he didn't challenge what I said, right?
Yeah,
Taylor. You notice he
yeah.
didn't challenge it.
No.
Because him run up on me about Sue and I get specific. So when they saw that I was taking pictures of the fraud, they said, no phones up here, no phones up here, no phones up here. And I gave up my...
Me have no Queen Council, I know, bro.
No, Karak is talking, man. I said that already.
Okay, good. Make them know. Cause me just
Right,
tell them
I'm a guest.
anything.
It's there. They stated no phones once I started taking pictures and recording the fraud.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows that. I can't show you any of that. But Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Karak went to university, so I have a brain. So what I did, JT, was make number 31. Voter number 31. You can't like that one. You thought it was just a selector, didn't you? Voter number 51.
Let me take a call at Karak. Come here,
No, man, let me chop it up. Let me chop it up.
Let me tell the caller, just hold the line.
Hold the line. Right? Voter number 51 the person's name was crossed out. Now you ask Mr. Speed to show you the rule that says that after the polls open, you live in Denmark, brother. That is electoral fraud. You look at a printed voters list and then you scratch out who is there and push in the name of who you want to vote for you. That is why these little right. That's why they did something. Let me tell you what they did. No, man, part. So what they did, JD, is outside of the Constitution, they said you should write the name of an alternate. There's no provisions for that in the Constitution. And so they had extra people. Cavalier had up to 5 people there, right? You had extra people who were there and able.
You see, today?
Yeah, but make the call coming.
Come here, make you talk 90% of the time. Just remember that. Are you sure? Carla, go ahead, Carla. You're muted, Peter. Peter, you're muted.
Yeah, man. You can hear me?
Yeah, man. Can hear you now.
Yeah, man. Greetings. Greetings. Can Karak hear me?
No, you would have to join the show.
No, and I'm hearing him.
Yeah, John, the truth. I want to ask him one question for me. I have a couple questions for him, but since it's going to be like this, ask him this. How widespread was that? Just give me a simple answer so we can get to the point quickly and I can jump off and we can go on. How widespread was that incident of wrong name voting? I hear him talk about one person, right versus white. Yeah. Is that just one incident? Was it widespread? Ask him that question.
Okay. Let me answer. I don't want him to come off the phone. Let me answer. So it was divided. No, I know you're not going to hear me. So I'm going to tell you, and then you can explain to him, and then he can ask a follow-up question. So it was 2 boxes, right? There were 2 voting stations. I was at 1. So my voting station would have had 56 divided by 2, right? You work on that maths there. So I know the 2 different things we're talking about. In the case of Mr. White versus Mr. Right, that was somebody presenting an ID that was not there. The second one was more frequent, which was the name of the person who was on the voters list was crossed out and another name added in handwriting. But I can't tell you about the other person's station, right? Now, would it materially have changed the result of the election? Meaning, did 20 people do it? Not on my side, right? Not on my side. Not on my side. It would not have.
You don't have to show your face because you need to talk to Karak. You get me?
Yeah, but I just have the time.
No, but at the same time, I use,
All right, let me see. All right, drop the link.
Yes, send me the link to you right now. Go ahead, Karak.
What I'm saying, I'm being very honest up front, is not 20 people's name was changed, right? Because I would have had what? Do the maths. I'd have had 20 something people. So no. So I'm not saying it's going to would have materially changed. But what I would say to you, if these were the practices allowed, can you imagine what happened? We have no evidence. We don't have any access to who was submitted to be the delegate from various places. We are taking the word of Dennis Chong. They cannot and did not provide the email evidence to say that the name that was sent is the name that is on the list. Right up until the election ended, I begged, I asked, I pleaded, I said, show me the electronic evidence that Jay Taylor is the delegate. Show me the electronic evidence that Manningsman is supposed to vote instead of him. They can't do that. Although Manningsman was not there to vote. So disclaimer, right? Or John Brown. Let me say John Brown. John Brown. So they could not provide the evidence that showed that these changes were submitted and the time they were submitted. Let me tell you also what they went. They had one box where a delegate from Westmoreland came up and said, I spoiled my vote.
Wow.
I said, she said that. And when we opened the ballot, she had put 2 X's on the ballot. I pointed out that this vote is a spoiled vote. Christopher Samuda, lawyer, sue me. You ruled that a ballot with 2 X's on it could count in which election, brother? I am calling you out and exposing you. You ruled as the chairman of the Electoral Commission that a ballot with 2 X's on it is a legitimate ballot to be counted. Did we lose by 1 vote? No. But the principle, JT, to show you the lengths to which rulings were made that were incredulous, in which, JT, you voted in Denmark. You can put 2 X on a ballot and it still got through?
No, me never vote. Me can't vote.
Oh, you voted at Jamaica before, though, don't?
You voted at Jamaica before.
Yes. Can you put 2 X on a ballot?
No, a 1 extended ox.
A 1 X.
Right?
1 X. Sue me.
Hey, can I jump in? Can I jump in
Me.
real quick? Not really
He's here now. The caller is here now. Go ahead.
Jump in, caller.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Hey, Karak, I think you.
So I'm
you know,
answering the question. I'm going to answer the.
Yeah.
Let me answer the question. So I'm saying to you, you asked how widespread. I'm saying the elections were divided into 2, right? I think 20, whatever the number is, 23 on one side and 23, or whatever it is, 28 on one and 28 on the other, right? 28. So I would only have seen 28 persons voting, right? And I'm not going to speak about what I didn't see with my own 2 eyes. There was another scrutiny agent over on the other set of boxes, right? I'm talking about my side. Now, if what you're really getting at is, would these electoral fraudulent things, would it have materially changed the result? No, it would not have overturned the result. So it's not 20, but it's not 1, and it's not 2, and it's not 3. Right? So in the instance where a man stood with an ID with the name White, could you go anywhere? Could you board an aircraft? Could you change money at Western Union with an ID that says White and the person send the name right? You know how deep and fraudulent that is?
Okay.
So Peter, the other thing I'm saying to you, we have no idea on this side how that voters list was made up, because we were denied access to see the emails that came in from the various parishes that submitted to say these are the 2 people to vote for us, right? We were never given that. All we were given at 2 a.m. was a list of names miraculously appeared with the EOJ. We weren't even given a copy of that list of names. It's the EOJ it was given for. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, you answer my question. You actually answer my question. That's why I never really want to jump on, because you clarify. You know where I was going, and you clarified. And so I see that you're just protesting the principle of it, basically.
No.
Yeah.
So
right?
what I'm
like
saying,
it would
Peter,
not have changed the outcome.
No. So what I'm saying is, what we caught is what we caught. But you know, sometimes when you catch a man stealing, he may have stolen a million other things before. Right? So I'm saying to you, we don't know. We have no evidence to show that the people who were submitted, right, were actually the people whose name was put on there. I am submitting that only too busy I try to cheat up and code up a list like one set of scammer. That mistype some things, some mere spelling. So there was no time to do no spell check and make sure that the thing was right, because a beer cooking that one in our kitchen. You know, I honestly felt at the end of the day when I look around the electoral committee, there is Chong, the EOJ, everybody. I swear to God, me did I look at some bleach out face man with them ear tie up with drive. Me did I go outside and look for about 16 Mark X, because I'm beer scamming, dog. How can you change? You have you voted in America or voted in Jamaica, Peter? You there? Jay Taylor?
Peter, are you there? Peter? Look like Peter.
So anybody tells me who can modify a voters list, manually mark it up, and put somebody into vote whose name was not on the
Can you
list?
hear me?
Yeah, Peter, go ahead. Peter get a heart attack.
Peter, you still there, Peter?
Me answer the comment them, you know. I mean, you know, say a man can run and I say, you see that? You see, yeah, man, we are hearing you.
We're hearing you.
I don't know why. You hear me now?
We are hearing you.
We're hearing you the whole time.
Hold on, you hearing me now?
Yeah, Peter, we're hearing you the entire time.
Yeah. Okay. No. He answered my question. I just wanted to say, you know, I was getting to the point where I don't think it would have changed the outcome, but I understand he's protesting the principle of it, and so I understand that. If I may leave with this, I was very fearful of the Anderson team. You know, I'm not a big fan of the JFF or the current JFF, but I was very fearful of the Anderson team, and I think Karak know that because of even just the one person, Carvel Stewart, and the fact that he was there for 37 years. And, you know, it just seemed like it was pot versus kettle. And because I already know, me personally, my interest was allowing Hallgrimsson to continue and allowing players from the Diaspora to be a part of the national team. I did not know what the other side was going to do, you know? And so that was my fear. And so I am more comfortable seeing Ricketts back in office with all of the problems that the current administration have. At least I know they are amenable to Diaspora and players, and they are amenable to Hallgrimsson and a foreign coach. You know.
Are you for real, Peter?
So
You're talking. Hold on. Are you for real? Are you for real? The administration. Hold on. Let me finish. I allow you to speak. Let me finish. I'm saying it's one thing to buy unicorn meat, but it's the next thing to barbecue it and jerk it and then sell it to people. You are saying, man. The administration that just fired John Wall as the under-20 coach. They fired John Wall. Right? The administration that blocked up to 4 Diaspora players coming to under 20. Hold on, man. I allowed you to speak. They blocked 4 under 20 players from coming and put in a quota system that prevented a player from Manchester United and a player from Arsenal and a player from Bayern Munich and a player from Ajax from joining this under 20 team. You are telling me you are comfortable with that?
I am speaking of the national senior team, brethren.
No, it's only a national senior team we have?
No, but I am comfortable with, listen, that's where my interest is. That's where my interest is. Your interest might be in the under 20. My interest is with
all
the
over.
Senior team. If they want to deal a quota under 20, I can't help it. I don't like it. I don't care. But if the national senior team, that's where my issue is. And you see when me or a man I say him not enthused about the man I agree. And the next man I said, boy, man I rejects. And them align himself with Anderson. Me have a problem with the Anderson team. I have a problem with a man who's been there 37 years and say him going to come make changes. That is totally ridiculous.
Okay.
And him surround himself with
so let me ask that question. Let me ask you a question. How you can surround yourself with Carvel Stewart? Carvel Stewart is one person. You keep ignoring
himself with Carvel Stewart if you don't like my choice.
So why you never let me say something. J Taylor, let me tell you something. Them man are good. The man run out and say, Carvel Stewart, them align himself, no want no Englishman nice side when them talk to the Diaspora. You know when them talk to the clubs yesterday, what them say? See them have Karak there, so if they want none of your local players them play, don't vote for them, because it's Karak. Even the man who want beer Englishman nice side. You know that some little tome out cutlass Spanish machete, brother. But to do the thing and the thing work.
Who you call Uno? Me one man.
But to do the thing and the thing work.
One second. No, Peter,
I'm saying the Ricketts team is some little Spanish machete.
Ricketts team, brethren, I'm not a part of
it. I'm not saying to you, you're part, you just run out to the league. So you are. All right, when I reach back and kick you tomorrow, J Taylor, I'm going to print out something and show you. And you're going to see something named talking points. And the said thing where you must say, you're going to sit on it. Bro.
But Peter,
but that is not the thing. That another I missed the point. I'm not talking about you. You're inconsequential. Ricketts is the president. You are happy. Be happy.
I was not happy.
Me have a show. Me have a
I'm
show
more
for running.
comfortable.
Me have a show. Peter,
Yes.
me just read out a super chat here. Kristen, big up yourself from Copenhagen. Big up from Copenhagen, JT. You have the real info on the show. Big ups to the grind, the JFF. Yo, we need to link up, brother. Last time we link up, we are Italy and we out all night, forwarding. But yo, this summer it's gonna be nice weather on the waters in Copenhagen. So Peter, make sure we link up, Christian. Peter, wanna continue. But me read this
No,
super.
not for run. Not for
All right,
run.
all right. Peter,
Yeah. I will continue listening, brethren. Great. Continue the good work, you know.
yeah,
And
man. Me try, man. Me
Karak is a real supporter of the national team. It was baffling to me that that he supported the other team, but sometimes I think the enemy of your enemy is your friend, and I believe that is more why him support the other side.
yeah, yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
like me say, I don't know what kind of carrot was dangled in front of Cataract, but it was very baffling to me that he would be supporting Anderson. Anyway,
Yes.
respect. I will continue listening.
Bless up yourself, Peter.
Thank you.
Take it easy, man. All right, blessing. From El Janero, thank you for the super chat, El Janero. Will we now see the senior reggae girls back in the fold? I think I need to hear something on that first. The last time I heard, I know that somebody was supposed to get punished. I don't know what took place there. But El Janero, I promise you, I'm gonna get the information about that. But I think I heard something where they said that the JFF will now talk to the senior reggae girls and try to get things sorted back out. I'm not sure. I'm no one getting no fake news. As I said, my channel graduate right now, and anything when it comes on to the JFF, it needs to be facts. I will let you guys know when I'm speculating. But when it comes on to a thing like this, El Genera, I'm not gonna lie to you, and you donated your super chat, so I will make sure I do that research, and I will ask individuals around the JFF if those senior girls will be back in the fold or what's going to happen. Are we going to just cut ties and move on? As soon as me find out that, remember that comment to El Genero. But I will get it done for you. I promise you. Ketarak, are you back? Mana Steel is here. Another
Yeah, man. I'm here.
yeah, man.
Come on,
Mana
brother.
Steel is here. Mana Steel is here in the building. Brian Martin. Big up yourself in the Reggae Boyz. Yo, big up everybody the Reggae Boyz fan club, which is the WhatsApp group that's an extension of Sports Prophecy. Big up on yourself. We're gonna have great contents coming out of that as well. We're gonna improve all around. And thank you everybody who's in that group. Travis Peso them did it, Devon them, everybody, Tennessee them, Dub Up, everybody in that group who talks football 24/7. Brother, wanna love it more than me. I mean love it. Big up on yourself, man, like Soji. Everybody in the group who talk football 24/7. Big up on the damn self. Let me take one more super chat here from Johan Borsod. Thank you for the 50 knock. And we still have that bet. You said if Kira Anderson starts for Jamaica, you will donate 500 knocks to the channel. Thank you very much, my friend. What are we talking about today? So Johan, what we're talking about now, as I told you today on Instagram, there was the elections for the Jamaica Football Federation yesterday, and the incumbent, Mr. Micheal Ricketts, has retained his position as the president. So team Mr. Ricketts is still in power, and we'll see them for another 4 years. I'm sure there will be no confident vote or vote of confidence or whatever they call it. I don't know exactly the memoranda or the functionalities of the JFF, but I'm sure that should be in there somewhere. So if they don't get the job done, I think there will be a time come where there will be a confidence vote and we will see what happens there. But I hope as well. So Johan, I know you're a fan of Kira Anderson and Charlton Athletic. You're close with the club as well. And you become a Reggae Boyz fan. As I said, I hope Kira Anderson gets into that starting lineup. I think he deserves a chance, and he's playing well at his club, and I would love to see him in there. But as of right now, Johan, they were discussing the elections that took place yesterday. They were saying Karak is making some statements that certain procedures weren't followed. There were anomalies in some of the voters' registration and names and IDs. Things didn't correspond as it was supposed to. So we're discussing that today. So that's where we are. Mana Steel, are you here? Your mic is muted. So as you know, it's Karak's show. So
Yeah, man, me there, man. You hear me?
yeah, man, we are here.
Yeah, good afternoon to you and to your other guests and the persons watching in.
Yeah, man, really
Um,
appreciate having you on today.
yeah, so yo, it's funny, this the whole election thing just it kind of have a way to make people just I don't know, brother. Hopefully after the election debacle done and thing, I guess all involved will try and
I'm gonna ask you, Brian. You think what Karak is discussing here is spill milk?
um I, I don't know if it is or if it isn't.
You
He said some stuff.
sound very politically correct today, like you're not ready for your war today. Oh,
Well,
God.
he said some stuff, and he's giving his point of view. I heard Mr. Speed came on and give a different point of view. So I don't even know. I don't even know which point of view is accurate. To be honest, I think he's saying he would have been in the position of in our general elections or our local government elections, you call an indoor agent for some want of a better term. Those persons usually are pretty much
Yes.
aware of what's going on at the table where persons come to pick up their ballots and stuff. Um, the point though about he was making a point that someone came and his name is White and the name on the list is right.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to find out is he saying that that person should not have voted? Because what I got from Mr. Speed is that he's saying like each delegate, each affiliate or whatever you want to call it, would send up their list of people who they are sending to vote. So if it is that the affiliate send a list with a person's name and the person from the JFF or from the Electoral Commission or whoever it is that compiled that list made an error. However, I don't think the affiliate should be disenfranchised from having the right to vote if it is that they would have done what they did correctly and the persons who are handling the process messed it up. So if
So Brian,
so yeah, so
Brian,
that's what I want to find out. I want to know if he's
so
saying that
Brian,
because the person's name is right, is white, and the list of right, he shouldn't vote. But on the other side, I'm looking at it from the perspective of what if the person name was duly sent into the federation and they made an error in terms of the type or whatever error they made?
so,
Is it that he's
so
saying that that person should not be allowed the right to vote if it can be proven that, hey, I am who I am and I hold this position or I am a legitimate delegate?
so Jay Taylor, let me say to Brian. I think you know the answer to it, right? But
I
I'm gonna
don't know
say it to
that
you. No,
I'm asking what they think.
hold on. I'm gonna listen to you and then I'm wait. I'm a response. I'm saying to you, no evidence. We ask, provide the email, show us the email from St. Catherine, and that was never provided. Even though everybody have laptop and phone and them phone up there, right? Provide the evidence. Because
Okay.
what it is if the email from St. Catherine said Curvin right, and the people from JFF they transcribed it correctly. But I want to say something further. What if they made the error, St. Catherine? Right? We don't know who did. If we don't know if it was an error. Hold on. Just give me a second. So your question is one scenario. There's another scenario that the email. So I would ask, why wasn't the email produced? Which is the evidence. That's all I kept asking for. Just provide the evidence then. Show
But
us the
Karak,
email.
I submit to you,
Submit to me.
that the FA would have must know the name of the vice president, brother.
No, I'm not saying to you the FA with a much note. So you're giving the answer. So if the FA must know the name of the parish vice president, show us the email that came from the FA. What's wrong with that?
That's nothing wrong with that for sure. We think they
Good.
probably
And
could have
that's what.
shown it,
Listen, and I'm
or they
saying
should
for
have showed
several
you.
other people, I don't know the person from Isar Intercal. I don't know them. You don't know all of the principals. Remember, you have affiliates, So
But
these
Karak,
different names.
them people that should have been your people them.
No, man, it's not about who is whose people and who is who's not people. This is about an election process, a delegate and a voter. And that's what they kept saying. I'm saying I don't care. I care about it. I don't care if they're coming to vote for Raymond. I don't care if they're coming to vote for Micheal Ricketts.
But
They must be.
you are very much aware that nobody from St. Catherine FA would be coming to vote for and this man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What does it have to do with who you're coming to vote for? That you who present yourself, that is not the name on the list. So I'm saying to you, Brian, you ever go around a road? I may be respectful, and if you ask a question, I'm answer. I said, could provide the email and show us that that is JFF who is transcribing that made the error, right?
Are they required to? That's what I'm asking you a question.
Are you required to? No, but okay. Oh God, here we go again now. You are required to be the person and have an ID. Otherwise, why have an ID? Anybody could walk up and say, yo, you don't know, say, I mean name Karak. I'm gonna come for vote. Are we mad?
All right, so maybe they need to look on the electoral process.
You ask for an ID so that you can look at the ID and make sure that it's one man, one vote, which there was no extra vote. I will give that 100%. There were 56 ballots, 56 people voted. But it was not the same man, same vote. Because different people showed up with a different ID than the name on there. And you cannot be so listen, you had some, it started off and they accepted one where I think there was one letter. No, this is a whole different name. A whole different name.
So, Karak, let me ask you a question. All right, so I understand the delegate part. Granted, I've never been in one of them association elections, but hold on. So
go ahead, and then I'll say it to man. So go ahead.
Each affiliate is allowed to send up like a delegate to vote for them. So if you have 2 votes, then you send 2 delegates and mirror them. That's what about the alternates. So I'm assuming if you have 2 votes, you have 2 alternates. If you have 1 vote, you have 1 alternate. Either way.
So there's nothing in the Constitution that speaks to alternates. There's nothing in the JFF Constitution. That request is unconstitutional.
All right.
Go ahead.
Fair enough. Okay. So what I'm saying is, to the best of your knowledge, were there a legitimate representative from each affiliate there in terms of, like, you can look and say, that man represent for coach, or that man represent for beach, or that man represent for referee, or ISA, or whatever. Was there a recognized member of each entity? Was it clear for you to identify that?
Sir, when you come to vote, it's only the person who comes up to vote. Voting is private. So everybody else is in the big auditorium. It's one person step up to the table. So there's no president standing at the table to say, yeah, man, this is the right man. That's not how it goes.
But bro, clearly I don't mean that. All right, let me be specific. Based on, I saw a picture with a big room and then with a table at the top. So in the room, everybody sit down, will have an interest. Everybody sit down and then them say voting time, and then a man from Pillar 1 come up and him say, me represent Arnett Garden. This is mine, this is my ID, I'm come to vote.
No, that's not how it goes. A name is called.
Oh, okay.
To say John Brown Arnett Gardens.
Okay.
And I'm saying that the name, for example, the name was called Kervin Wright. That's the name called. And then a man presents himself at the table, to which nobody knows what is being discussed up there. And only with Karak, because I was shouting, so that FIFA or Concacaf would hear. And then you present yourself. You are not Kervin Wright, you are Kervin White. Because the 2 people have the same first name don't mean it's the same people. Because so somebody have Brian Mighty, right? And then a man show up and say, yeah, my name Brian Mickelson. Me I go vote for you because 2 we have the first name. What madness is that?
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you, hold on, let me say this, an important point. If the voters list was sent out on Thursday, March 14th, as the Constitution requires, and as the email of February 28th said, you have time to check for these errors. That's why the voters list is given to you at nomination day. And they say, go and check, and you have a week to come back and say, no, these are wrong and whatever. There's a period of time to check. So had we followed the constitution of the JFF, however flawed it was, that would not have happened, J. Taylor and Brian, because both sides would have checked and said, no, the man a right name, not spell right. And you'd make the corrections and changes. But
Fair
because they breached the constitution, all right, let me ask you, how can you have an election where you can't campaign?
What I want to ask you, Karak,
Go
is
ahead.
this a
Wait,
similar...
hold on, JT. What do you mean it can't campaign? No, understand that.
If you don't know the names of the delegates, who do you campaign to?
Yeah, but couldn't you campaign to the entity?
What, the
Because
four walls?
no, but Cataract, come on,
So,
bro. I mean,
so
Cataract,
let me
hold
tell
on.
you something.
Cataract,
Let me tell you something. Hold on, let me answer you now. Let me answer you.
Cataract, hold on, let me finish something like the brother. Let me get permission on the road, brother, because, yo, if you know, say, Arnett Yard never vote, brother. Yeah, in a football, you know who to contact Arnett Yard, brother, and say, yo, me I try to proposition you for people to vote for me. So, if at any given point, if Arnett Yard wants to say the groundsman go vote, the moment you convince Arnett Yard to say you are the right choice, and them say, yes, me I work with you, Cataract, even if them send the groundsman go vote, he must vote for you because he must carry out the wishes of his organization. So I don't understand what you have to say, brother.
No, sir. So here's the thing. You as the president, and let's take Arnett Gardens. The entire community of Arnett Gardens said they are supporting Raymond Anderson.
No, the community can't. The
Just
community can't.
hold on, let me finish,
And
sir.
the football club support
Let
Arnett
me
Gardens, brother.
finish.
You can
Jesus
make any
Christ
community, brother.
Almighty. You notice you asked to speak, so let me speak without interrupting me. Right, good. You might have the president of a parish, and I'm going to choose a parish, was supporting Micheal Ricketts. Unbeknownst to him, all of his executive was supporting Raymond Anderson. All of them. Because they followed the manifesto, they said yes, and something happened to someone in the parish, and they were upset about it at the footballing level.
Okay.
Right. So they, although the president did say yes, go ahead and vote for, they said them can't do that. Because everybody in the parish upset about what happened. And it's something that happened to their tier 2 team. Right? So you look at it now. It's the delegate who goes ahead, but a delegate can be differ from what the president say.
Fair point.
So it's the name of the person, but that's a voters list. A voters list is the name of persons because you have to present the ID. So those things about TBA and number 1 and number 2, those were an insult to intelligence. And all I'm saying, the process has come to a point now where a result was declared. I am not Raymond Anderson. I'm not one of the 7 persons on the slate. They must decide what they want to do from here in, here out.
Ask Karak,
Right?
if he's sure that the constitution said they should receive the list of delegates, says Issa Allen.
Yes, you receive a voters list, sir.
Okay.
All right, so Cataract, let me ask you this.
And then it says you, after receiving the vote, even though you receive the voters list, you have up to 24 hours ahead to make changes to the delegate, to the name on the voters list. All right?
Cataract, let me ask you a question.
So remember to ask Mr. Speed, always J. Taylor, come and show you where it says 9 a.m. on the conference. Just ask him. I remember he came, brother. He loves to do that. Come and make these big announcements and then you never hear from him again. But go ahead, Brian. You had another question.
Brian, we can ask a question before you ask yours.
Yeah,
No,
man.
Brian asked to ask a question. I just wanted
No, man, but I was talking
may I
before
finish
him
with
asking
Brian's
question.
question?
So.
Yeah,
May I
Karak,
finish
I'm just following up on the question you just answered because I heard Mr. Chong on the radio this morning speaking to what you just said. And I don't know if you heard him, but he said, because they asked him this same question that I asked you. So he said the list of delegates was what that he received, he sent it to the electoral committee and the EOJ, and those were the only persons who, based on the constitution, that he must send it to. Right? So, oh no, you are saying constitutionally they are required to send it out. And he said this morning that he is only required, based on the
I'm not sure
constitution,
who.
to send it to the EOJ and the electoral committee.
And
Hold on. I'm
Cataract,
not sure who I'm
what
speaking to, but I want to
is
make this
what
suggestion
I'm
to you.
sorry, Karak. This is Issa.
J. Taylor, hold on.
Is what Issa
Oh,
Allen
God, I wanna go
asking
on.
you is one of the starting point. Is what Issa Allen asking you is
Section
one
of the
of the
Constitution. Hold on.
is this
J. Taylor.
one of the Ricketts talking points that Issa come with Cataract?
No, hold on, man. No, man. J. Taylor, me not run. If it's a joke thing I run, just tell me it's a joke thing I run. If we are on a serious argument, we are serious discussion, I'm going to deal with that. So let me say this. Issa Allen. Quote me the section and title. Don't tell me it's in the Constitution like Dennis does.
I
Be
cannot.
responsible and ask him. Section 1, Article A, because I am going to tell you what happens. They can never tell you the section that it is, except to tell you that it's in a big book called the Constitution. Right? Because it doesn't exist. So you want me to tell you simply, like intelligent people?
Karak,
The
so you're,
EOJ has never run these elections. Hold on, man. Let me answer you. You ask a question. Let me answer you. J. Taylor, Brian Martin, Issa Allen,
yeah,
the
bro.
Electoral Office of Jamaica conducting the elections is not in the Constitution because this is the first time they might do it.
Yeah, but
Just speak the truth,
yeah, but
man.
it would be
Just
reasonable.
what's the section? What's
Hold
the,
on.
tell me the section. Tell me the section. Tell me the section of the Constitution that I can go and quote it. Don't come and tell me it's in the Constitution because
Cataract, what I'm
yes,
saying to you,
so tell me the
what I'm
section.
saying, Cataract, what all I'm saying is,
No, somebody
it
and then
would,
somebody asked the question. So I want the person who asked the
yeah,
question
but
to
him can't
finish,
answer
and then
Cataract
we
because
come to you,
Cataract,
Brian.
hold on, the
Oh,
person
you
never
can't go.
said, him never said, him see it, you know, him said that's what Mr. Chong said on the radio. That's what the person
No,
said.
and yes,
Yes,
and
so
I'm
you can't
asking
ask him
him.
to tell you which section
Hold
because
on,
clearly
man.
it not see.
No. So then I'm saying to him, right? Email the general secretary or call the JFF and say, Gensec, I heard the program this morning. Can you tell me what section and what article
So
are you
Cataract,
referring to?
Cataract, just hold on now, what me I say?
Email.
Cataract,
But don't
yes, all
come to
right.
hold on,
All right, it's
hold
all
on,
about that
hold
after,
on.
but
No,
Cataract, you are
no,
making the
hold
point
on.
that the EOJ has never run the election, but me I said they are the body in the country that governs elections. So it is reasonable that they would be the
Don't
body that
stop.
is going to run the JFF
It's not
election.
reasonable.
Who you
It's
mean
not
not
reasonable.
reasonable? Who you're calling the
Hold
police
on,
for the
just
election,
hold
brother?
on, just hold on, just hold on. I am saying, Dennis Chong, you said, I didn't hear, allegedly, according to Issa Allen, said that it's in the Constitution that the only two people that he should send it to is the EOJ and the Manessa, right? That's what he said. I am saying, please no, go and address Dennis Chong instead of coming to say it to Cataract, where you are saying is wrong because Mr. Chong. All right, me I say it in the Constitution. So we must get the all members must get the list. All members. And here's where I'm gonna go. Lord have mercy. Let me find this thing back. J. Taylor. Let me come on thing. But give
Yeah, while in freeze, I don't know if you're hearing me, Brian. You hear me, Brian?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
I said it's damning if that's what he went out and said. Somebody must not be telling the truth. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah,
is
but what
not
me I say
adding up.
is, bro, what me I
Because
say
they asked
is,
him this multiple times, I'm not too
but
sure
brother, what
about
me I
this
say
properly,
is, what me I say is, if the man I say, him give the list to the EOJ or whoever, me I say, it is reasonable to say, would I give them the list still because them run election, not jump at them most time for when they run an election, a legitimate election, that's the body that is trained to organize and oversee election, brother. So I don't know what wrong if him give them and then they must disseminate it. I don't know what wrong with that. Unless Cataract is contending that it's them alone to get it and Ricketts people them get it.
brother. I don't know if you hear Oral Tracy show this morning. The man spoke emphatically, Oral, because what happened, he called him, I think the day before the election or last week, Friday, I think, and he speak to Oral. And Oral saying, forget to ask him it. and we will come back this morning and ask him literally who, because I call in and did say, ask him about that. So he asked him, he said, who get it? He said he only send it to the EOJ and the Electoral Committee because that is what is constitutionally required for him to do. And he said never send it to Ricketts and he don't send it to the other side. He said send it to them people.
If that is the truth, then I don't see nothing wrong with that, really.
That's what I'm saying. If that is the truth, if you know constitutionally required to send it, then we can't hold him up.
Gentlemen, please, gentlemen, you want the fact, J. Taylor? You're not hearing me?
I'm listening.
I'm going to read a response. I'm going to read. Brian, just mute your mic now, please. This is a response from the Electoral Office of Jamaica when we heard Dennis Chong first.
Karak mute him, man. If I'm me alone, he mute, but he mute.
Freeze up, man. So,
freeze up.
Yeah.
Freeze up.
We unfreeze.
You hear me?
Yeah, we unfreeze.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, right here now.
All right, let me go again. Please be advised that the Electoral Office of Jamaica.
God.
Yeah. Mute again. Yo, look at internet service. But don't the hotel the boss buy, brother. I'm going to buy a different hotel. Yo, JP. The boss have to buy a different hotel, brother.
Sell a hotel and buy internet.
J. Taylor.
Yeah.
I sent you, J. Taylor.
Yeah.
I sent you the response from EOJ. You go ahead and read it.
All right, let me go ahead and
yo, the internet bad down at the hotel where they're bridging.
No, man, I think I don't want to buy, brother. Because I buy hotel and moving night already. Just easy, man. You know that the process has to go through. Read it, J. Taylor.
All right, so please be advised that the Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ, is engaged by the Jamaica Football Federation, JFF, to assist with the execution of the elections on the day of the election. Our engagement does not include the preparation or distribution of the names of all the delegates who will be representing the members. Kindly contact the JFF, who has indicated that the copies of the list were circulated to all relevant parties. Okay, I see where Karak.
All right. Wait, no.
Dennis Chong, you're a liar.
No.
You're a liar. Hold on. No. Let me respond. No, hold on. Before my bad internet trip out. Before my bad internet trip out. A gunman show you talk about order.
JP, hold on.
Let me respond first. J. Taylor.
No, why you respond?
Taylor.
Hold on. A while ago. No, that a while ago.
Oh no. You hold on. No, Brian, you hold on.
No,
allow me to
say something a while ago.
Brian,
and I reserve the right to protect my position.
You hold on. Let's go off your sound. I make me play my tongue and then you come say what you want to say. J. Taylor, the EOJ, when we heard it, see, me never say anything, you know, just running on some chap. We wrote to the EOJ. They said they are only responsible for on the day. And what did it say specifically? They have no responsibility for the preparation of an electoral list. One, that contradicts Dennis Chong, who said it's in the Constitution. And number two, and number two, they said the JFF told them that they circulated the list. The JFF told them, that's Dennis Chong, the General Secretary. Tricky hard man. Say anything you want to say now, Brian.
Oh, wow.
All right. JP, hold on.
I have to say, Brian, a phone is showing up. Me, I let you go, Brian.
No, man, hold on before you play instrumental.
No. Are you, me just say a little point, Brian. What I read there, it contradicts what Dennis Chong said on Oral Tracy show.
Yo, brother.
if that's what we said. Go ahead,
Yo,
Brian.
listen to me. Me don't care what you want to say. Just listen to this. Me just want the people that know say the views expressed earlier does not reflect the views of Brian Martin. I am not on the stream calling anybody no liar, because if you alone have that document where you read, me no know where the document they come from, me know the source.
So why
So
you,
now what the
so why
man
you
just said,
talking?
hold on,
So why you
Karak,
talking?
allow me to speak. I allow you to speak. So just I am exempted from the comments made earlier regarding calling the goodly gents a liar
You will drop the
or calling him a
document
tree
in the,
guard man.
document in
No,
the.
no. So Brian is either a comedian or you just come for this deal with fully done thing. I stated at the beginning of the show, at the behest of Mr. Speed, that all words said by Karak are that of Karak and not of Jay Taylor or his guests. So why you come try get disclaimer for?
First thing first,
Look,
you
what man said
never
to
said
Brian.
anything
Everything
about
Jay Taylor, did I
Karak.
or did I not do that? Did
You
I or did
never
I not
said
do that?
anything about any guest because at
Did
the
I
point in
or did I
time,
not do that, Jay Taylor?
Karak, you can count on the nothing that come. You didn't say anything about any guest because at the time you were the only guest on the show.
So Mr. Speed is a guest. Was it Mr. Speed a guest?
So you
Mr.
were
Speed was not
at
on the
that
show when I
point.
said,
Okay,
you said
at
I was
that
the only
point in
person on the show.
time,
Top 10 lie. Mr. Speed was
I
on the show with me.
wasn't.
I was not the only
At
person on the
that
show.
point in time, I
You are
wasn't on the show.
mendacious. You
So
are
Karak,
mendacious. Mr.
brother,
Speed was on the show. I was not the only person on the
Karak,
show.
you know, so
Stop
that's
telling
the
lie,
reason why
man.
that's one
Stop
of the
telling
main
lie,
reasons why
man.
I lose the election, brother. Cause you
Stop.
can't
It's not.
just
I don't
relax
matter
and
when
make
I lose
somebody
election.
talk. Just relax,
No,
brother.
because you
Just
tell
relax,
lie.
brother. Talk. Just relax and talk, brother. Me I say to you, say
I will
the
relax and
views
make
we
you continue to
express
tell lie.
are not my views, and I have the Karak. You can't tell nobody about coming and street to come tell lie, brother. So just know what I'm going to do. Nobody can go down the road, brother. Karak, nobody can go down the road, brother.
You just
Cause you
said to
were
me I
on the
was the
stream,
only person on the
Karak,
stream,
you
and I
were
was not.
on the stream. What whole couple weeks ago, tell everybody say you
Brian,
have the other
Brian and
delegates in
Ketterer.
your pocket, brother.
Brian and Ketterer.
So just
Let's reel this
relax,
back in.
brother.
Let's reel this
That
back in
is
and
not my views, and I don't want to be associated with it. Done. You can't say what you want to say now. Simple.
All right. Make your exit to you know. You can lock off and pack up the box them.
Bro,
Israel. So here we are saying
bro,
Jay Taylor.
Micheal
The man
Ricketts
went through
and who
all of
that
that to
speed
say
them lock
he
off
just
your
went
sound
through.
already, brother. So I don't know where you
Man,
come with.
because the truth, and then I run from the truth. Jay Taylor, what he just did, you know, is because read it again, please. Because what Brian just did is try to obfuscate so that the masses can hear the big exposure.
All right. So as he says, please be
Bro, Jay
advised.
Taylor, you know what he can do? You know what he can do? He can put up the excerpt on the screen. That way the masses will not miss it.
Yeah, it's in a WhatsApp thing, do you know? It's in a WhatsApp. So may I just read it out. Please be advised that the Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ, is engaged by the Jamaica Football Federation, DJFF, to assist with the execution of the elections on the day of the election. Our engagement does not include the preparation or distribution of the names of all the delegates who will be representing the members. Kindly contact the JFF, who has indicated that the copies of the list were circulated to the relevant parties.
And let me tell you now, you see, that seems to be a response to so the two persons came on Friday. Raymond Anderson came on first, and then Dennis Chong came on after. And when asked, Dennis Chong said if they wanted, they would have to speak to the electoral committee of the EOJ. You know, that's what he said. And it seems probably the real solid action team reached out to them after that, because that sounds like a response to what was said Friday. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what he said. If they want it, then go reach out to X, Y, and Z. And it seems as if that's what they did, and that's what they were told. You see what I'm saying? But that's what he exactly said, and he came this morning and doubled down on what he said. And he even said other things further, but you guys can, if you get a chance, somehow you can listen to it. Because he was speaking about protecting the delegates and blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that afterwards as well.
Okay, so do we skip along nicely? What's the next? Was there any
No,
other?
we can't just skip along there. The
Oh,
General Secretary of the Jamaica Football Federation have been caught with his pants down. So he needs to come back on Oral Tracy and pull up your pants and tell the public why you misled the public.
Karak, that doesn't sound right. The general secretary with his pants down need to
Has
go
been
back.
caught with his
Go
pants
back
down.
and go back to oral trace. You can't use those in the same.
But the thing is, though, in a cataract, the thing is, I mean, it's really damning because, I mean, this is not something he said once. He said it Friday and then double down on it. So unless you don't know what's in the Constitution or they know what's in the Constitution and are coming out and saying things contrary to that. You see what I say? But this, if you are saying what you are saying, somebody needs to clarify. And if you cataract, and the funny thing is, if you have the information and say in the
God
Constitution,
bless. God
why you
bless
not
you.
show it to us
Issa,
so we can?
Issa, God bless you. Would say
I've
it's
said
in
this.
the Jamaican Gleaner. He said it's in the Jamaica Gleaner.
Okay, so if cataract, you know which part in the Constitution, show it then to know.
What
Because
I'm saying to you, it is not in the Constitution. That's what I'm saying to you. The man is lying. It's not there. I'm going to go even further.
All right, we lost Cataract. And I want to say this, people. His football guru comments here says JT has a responsibility to make sure lies are not disseminated. He isn't without liability. Speed came on and told you, bro, how am I gonna know who's lying? Like, I don't know who's lying. I'm just running a show. You know how I do business over here. Anybody from the JFF has the opportunity to come on and speak, and Cataract from the opposition has the opportunity to come on and speak. One thing with my show, I'm gonna make sure that all sides has the ability to get their points out. I'm not running a one-sided operation. I don't think that's fair. Wanna know my thing on YouTube? I might not be the most credible YouTuber. I don't brag that. I think I'm the most balanced YouTuber. I think I'm able to give all sides a look in and get their point of views out there. When people come and I spread things about the JFF and they don't have facts, I call them out. If Ketara come with something, the problem is me, Brian Martin, Issa Allen, we weren't in the elections to see how the process went on. So we are only listening to what Cataract has to say. Mr. Speed came on shortly and spoke, but the JFF don't have anybody to combat what Cataract is saying. So as of now, what Cataract is saying is what Cataract is saying. And he was a man who was underground inside the place that the election was held. So I'm giving him a fair shot to speak about what went on. So you know, see some run my show, people. The people who disagree with me can come on for my show anytime. I'm not gonna run a show where it's a one-man army where only people agree with me. I cannot do that, people. I cannot do that. I have to make sure everybody speak. Issa Allen Brian Martin, well, Ketarak is back. He left for a bit.
So Taylor,
Yeah. We're listening, Ketarak. Are you there? Okay. Until Ketarak is back, we will read some comments. I've been slacking on the comments. Let's read. Once that document is seen, that will confirm the three-card magician as a big unicorn meat seller. Know yourself. Cataract want to mash up your show. Look, no man. Triple E, where does the letter come from? I think the letter is from the EOJ. I guess that's the EOJ's response. I'm assuming these are assumption, guys. I can't handle a lawsuit right now. I don't. I just been to a big case right now. I'm still owe all the lawyers. So please, people, I cannot handle a lawsuit. These are not
Taylor,
my words. Yes.
Taylor, I'm
Mhm.
asking you as a responsible journalist.
Mhm.
Can you contact the EOJ when we tomorrow, right? And ask them the same question. One, ask them if this can they clarify that what was sent to you is true and honest and came from the EOJ. And number two, ask them for the question yourself. Were they responsible for preparing and disseminating, let me use big words, the voters list for the JFF elections.
I actually believe the document that you
No,
sent to
no,
me.
no, no, no. I don't ask if you believe it, sir. Don't go around. J. Taylor,
No, but you're putting
I
me
am
on a
asking you to contact the EOJ. Just contact the EOJ. Contact them Wednesday then. Contact them
And
Thursday.
who says JT, it was reported in the Jamaica Gleaner this morning. So this is
But
public.
EOJ tried to disassociate themselves from what was there. You know what EOJ was done? Get the ballot and provide 4 poll clerks and to provide 2 ballot boxes. That's the extent of the engagement of EOJ. And somebody lied and fooled the public that EOJ was administering these elections. It was not. They provided the infrastructure on the day. The little polling booth where you go behind, the ballot box, the ballots, and 4 poll clerks. That's what they provided. They never
And
run the
Brian-
election.
And Brian, there's a comment from Lanesra. I think it's Arsenal spelled backwards or something. Lanesra. He says, Brian tried to be too technical more while. So that's for Brian Martin. They're saying he's being too technical.
Bro, you know me I say no? You let me tell you, listen to me as to me good. Yeah, the man that wrote the piece of threatening long last week, brother. I'm not a Queen's codes, not a King's codes. So when time something say when me can verify, more the world knows that me are a part of it, brother. Me not think all who want to call me technical can call me technical. Cause when the people them send me a suit, me know say, me not call it now them and tell them say, yo, brother, this reach me now. Red. You see me? So if the man says something me not agree with, me I make it be known that me not agree with it. And me not in agreement with calling the man a liar because me cannot prove. First and foremost, I never even listen to the interview Mr. Allen talk about. Some don't even know if him said that for true. And the paper you are reading, you know where it comes from. Some don't know if it's true.
So then why we speaking on it?
Where the Karak? Where is man like Dub Up and Tennessee Lewis them? Where them man they are real Ricketts supporter. Man like Tennessee Lewis and Dub Up. Oh, me not hear a call out Karak today. What on the part? What go on? Continue Karak and Brian. You're muted, Karak. I think we can unmute.
Taylor, you invite me to a program. Then no man invite himself, which is his right. But if his only right is to every time interrupt and say, yo, I disassociate myself. Yo, I don't know this. Then what you do, ya bro? This is a program you asked me, J. Taylor, to break down what happened in the elections. And I'm breaking it down. If a man don't want to be associated with it, hold on a second. If a man don't want to be
you want me to believe everything what you say, but at the same time, when somebody else have different something, me must not believe what them say. That you want me to do, brother. I mean, I tell you something, no, do that. That you want me to do, because you are calling man liar, and at the same time, you want to say something like, so you want to say because you say man liar, me to believe it, brother. No, do that, brother. No, do that. That me I tell you straight. So if you want to call me forward,
ask you to believe me.
Anything for that, no problem.
J. Taylor, a big man show go on. If your bank account enough, loud the show. Brother, me I tell you, you have whole heap of show I go talk about Nation League, a big man show attack. So if you don't know big man in an account, and you think no up, and you're not a liar, loud the show, brother. Because you're going to keep interrupting my boy, but don't give my thing already. And you're not going to get it. Hold on, man, let me finish what I said, then you can't say. You now, this part, when it comes to big clash, a Jaro, a BSRC, Addies there, so if you have your little silver tone from round our grammar zone, they so take it out of that something. A big people think this, right? Because you notice how Mr. Speed run away, and he agreed with what I said, but he gave an alternative thing about the Curvin White incident, right? But not that, because he thought, because he said, oh, I'm going to sue. You're going to get sued. You're going to get sued. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to you, I provided the evidence from EOJ where they stated, I didn't read the Gleaner this morning, but it's also in the Gleaner, where they stated that they had nothing to do with the preparation of the voters list. Nothing. They could not make a ruling there. It's like them was there to just bring the chair and the table and the pencil and them something that you can ask man about voters list and oh name mark off and then on a roll. So JTL, I'm gonna read something else, right? This is an email. This is the general.
Yeah, it look like we lose Cataract. Cataract. Yeah. Wow. People, and we got
Yo,
a
what
show.
I want him to tell me, what I want him to tell me is how him feel, having been on this platform for weeks, telling the populace that him about the delegates and him there in everybody
Let him just quiet,
backyard.
no man, and stop chat,
And
man. What happened to you, man? Your name fall
bro, you
batty.
were
Just stop
frozen.
chat, man.
Bro,
Me
You were
read an
you
frozen.
email.
Cataract, you
You
Allow
were
me to
frozen.
Cataract,
present the facts.
Cataract,
This
you
is
were
when I
Cataract,
just
frozen.
come and
you
chat,
were
chat, brother.
not on the
You were
stream.
frozen,
You
Cataract.
were not on the stream, bro. You were not on the stream. What should we have
Oh,
done? Be
you better
silent
keep on the
until you
stream,
came back
better
on.
right
You
on the
weren't
stream,
on.
me not know where else.
No, you were frozen,
Bro, ask
Cataract.
JT, you
Better
were
stop freeze
frozen,
me.
bro.
Stop freeze me. Me not name Devon House I stream. Stop
Cataract.
freeze me.
Cataract.
Me not
Cut the
name
call.
Devon Porter. Me not name
Cataract.
Devon House ice cream. Just let me read the email, please. Just let me read it. I withdraw the Nyam Fall Batty statement. Respectfully, I apologize to Brian Martin. Right. Good.
Yeah,
Here we
you
go
were
now.
frozen. You were
Right.
frozen.
Here we can I please read it very quickly? And yeah. February 28th and 29th. So
Frozen again. Look like when you read it, it now work. Look like, yeah. I hope Cataract no come back, come start wild out again, you know. Wow, this doesn't look good.
hold
Cataract,
on.
you're frozen again, man.
Oh, I'm frozen again.
It's when you start reading. Whenever you start reading, something goes awry. I don't know what's happening, bro. Let me just read a few comments till Cataract sought out his internet in his newly purchased hotel. Chong was correct. This list wouldn't be available before the elections, and you should get it from them. JT, we should concentrate on the game between USA and Jamaica. That is correct. Big up yourself, Mr. United. JT, you know the climate. Cataract has a reputation. It must be considered. This is not a good look. Read some
I'm back.
comments. Hold on, Cataract. Cataract, you guys lost the election
Oh,
in the interest of the greater good for football. Why don't you all stand beside the president and move the football forward? Says Richard Green. Football grew. It came from a newspaper article. I can't remember which one. God bless you. So JT was reported this morning. We got that great point there. Know yourself. Why not call the EOJ live? Oh my God. Cataract, we guys, I don't have the people and things. I say links them up. Cataract, we understand what your position is, but we all know it's a waste of time. These people can't be defeated with or without evidence, says Richie Piccolo. Piccolo. Call the EOJ office no on the live show. Says that person. Real talk. They back in the comment section. Big up Mr. Allen. Election finished, JT. No need to do that anymore. Nah, man. Today is the election post game, post match wrap up. So why is Brian here? Only to say these are not his views. Brian, if people must say only come on to come tell the people and say this is not your views. Brian, remember
Yeah, man, I want to Cataract how him feel to be smashed by Ricketts and company.
all right, hold on. No bother with it, you know. Let me just finish me read my comment them, you know. No, Cataract, me go to the show. Brian, remember you have no money to buy hotel. Triple E says real selector. Philip B says, do you guys know how much it costs to sue someone to lose or how long it will take for a process to go through? LOL. Come on, guys. No one in Jamaica is going through that process. Come on, we are smarter than that, says Philip. Don't let Cataract fool you, JT. What he sent you wasn't sent to the Anderson team like he want to portray. It was in the Gleaner. Come back in the comment sections, youth. Anderson team don't have any vision and leadership without vision spell disaster. Right. We're almost catching up to the comment. Just a question. Who tell lie like selectors? Says S technique. Ricketts kick out cataract them teeth. Act like big man cataract. No, you say okay. One done says Tennessee. Clarendon man lose the election. Move on. El Janeiro, I hear, okay, that's between cataract is the same like Butler little boys. JT, if you read the Gleaner article, the Gensec said the electoral committee, the stated letter or statement is from the EOJ. My understanding is these are two different entities. Okay, you just throw a wrench in the game there, Anthony Mack. Cataract no recount says Mr. United. Is it in the green of it true? Richard Green says, Cataract just humble now, bro. What if you had one? That didn't happen. Cataract does not speak to poor people, says Brain Drain. Jason, how do we okay? That's between him and Jason. There, white selector, Curse Philip B. The man think he might talk to Jeffras, the Jeffras, I think he might say. That's why Mina said this show is only there to further divide people against the JFF. The voters have spoken. Nothing Cataract say is relevant. Bro, my show doesn't divide people. My show is here for discussion. Like straight up in Football Guru. How about you jump on one of these days and defend what you're saying in the comment section? I think Cataract could have a field day with you on screen. How about you give it a go? If you think we're just up here rambling on. GT, when you're going to talk about the Nations League, 1 second. First thing to do, hotel upgrade the Wi-Fi, Cataract. Me never see a man as rich
So
as
hold
Cataract.
on, stop. Pull up. Stay Taylor, stop. I could not go and make a down payment at hotel this morning. I'm moving at hotel today. Okay? I'm at Couples League Grill. If you don't want to come and get me, come get me. So I don't know, somebody fully does.
You had Couples nigger by
I
yourself?
like some man never, no, but Jay Taylor, come on, I said that to you. That the process of making a transaction of that nature in Jamaica certainly isn't done in 2-3 hours.
Right.
I said that.
Beautiful.
But some people don't, some man just live in a rent house. You don't understand something they need to buy property. Yeah, a property transaction is a legal transaction that requires 2 lawyers. You're gonna make a deposit, and they did it. You understand? But I just wanted Jay Taylor to say this. Mr. Chong said the EOJ. He quoted also the EOJ. So I don't want you to mix up the thing. A lot of people want you to. Once the election is finished, they don't stop talking about it. They go through the post-election, whatever. Then we move into the Nations League. What people are hoping is that the election done and then nobody talk about what exactly happened in it. And you have been brave enough to open a platform for the things there. Mr. Speed, and I commend him for doing so, came on and admitted to the fraudulent activity, but gave his own perspective on it. That, yes, a man can come vote in a next man name because everybody knows him name so, and everybody knows that them did mean. Right? So like the next time I go into the USA, I'm going to just take somebody visa and just say, yo, ICE, you
Mr.
don't know I mean it.
He didn't actually said the words that you said though, right?
No, he did. He said that everyone knows that the name on it, he admitted that the name on the sheet was Curvin Wright. WRIGHT. And that the man that voted was Curvin White. WHYTE. Those are 2 different persons in any jurisdiction. I rest my case. But what I'm saying, Jay Taylor, is that an election in which a voters list and the delegate names were hidden from one of the teams up until the polls opened, the changing of delegates while a poll is going on, all of those things speak to a fraudulent election process. Now that process ended with Mike Ricketts as the president. Go ahead. I'm not challenging that. Right? I'm saying to you that you have come to power on a fraudulent process, but go ahead and build it in. See if God love ugly.
But you also stated, I think when Mr. Speed was on that, though you saw that there were anomalies or fraudulent procedures or fraudulent actions in the election, you don't think it would have impacted the overall
No,
outcome?
I'm saying He asked the question and said how widespread it is. I said I only saw half of the voting. And in my box, it wouldn't have changed the result, would have made it closer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, by the basis of these things happening, the credibility of the electoral process is shot. So a man can win on something, you know. But it can be a Pyrrhic victory. So enjoy the Pyrrhic victory. Oh, kicking cataract teeth. Did he really? Did you see a car just come delivered to me? Jay Taylor, didn't you see a car just come delivered to me?
A car key. Yes, I saw a car key. Someone delivered a car key to you. I didn't actually see you in the
Did you get the
physical
car? No, because we were taking it, but he came and delivered the car. He said,
And I would be shocked if somebody brought a car to your hotel room from the front desk.
no, exactly. They can't bring a car. Exactly. So we came and brought the car key. Right. Because again,
hotel you buy big.
But you don't know, say. You don't know, say. No, come here for chatting, Jay Taylor. That's the bottom line.
Let me just say this, Karak, while you're on the show. I want you big up yourself. Because for me, like people like you, it takes guts to be the only person really speaking on for what you believe in. Whether or not we agree or people agree on the show, as a Jamaican, I always give people credit for standing up for something. And you stood up for what you believed in. You went out there and campaigned with the Candidacy crew because you saw that they had maybe better plans for Jamaica. And I have respect for that. No matter where the chips fall. And I told you, if Mr. Anderson won, I'm Team Anderson. If Mr. Ricketts win, I'm Team Ricketts, because Jamaica comes first for me at the end of the day. Regardless of who win, we're going to have to still be fans. So people Karak coming on and disseminating his views based on the elections. It's his day. Remember, I know say, where is Karak? The first thing the people them say when they see the election lose, them say, where Karak there? So Karak is here. So people cannot tell me to get Karak off the show. Karak is here. He came when the election wasn't ready and he was campaigning and he lost, and he's here to stand and talk to people. I dropped the link in the comment section, people. So come on, people. It's just a day. Karak not hurt nobody. This is Karak. This is what he does. You know, he campaigned for a team that lost. You know, some people in the comment section are saying Karak is a loser, or he aligned himself with losers. So, and Karak has to deal with that. I'm sure Karak knew that these were some of the ramifications of teaming up with Mr. Anderson. He had a potential chance of losing. But if you believe in something, losing is not what you're worried about. You're worried about getting a better outcome. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Tennessee, go ahead. Brian, Martin, you guys are here. Go ahead. Your mic are muted. Jamaica Guna, me just drop the link. Or maybe me need to send it to him phone or something.
Yeah, more ask Karak something. Since his team had lost the election, will he still be out by St. Thomas there helping the football at Hardy's Football Club? Will he be there assisting them to improve and develop young players and, you know, take the team to the next level? Or this was just an election ploy?
Yeah, that's another, you know, Karak, that was a very interesting question from Mr. Rudolph Speed. And that's a question I would ask you myself, Karak. Because the way you got into that St. Thomas FA in an expedited manner.
Very shaky, man.
Yeah, that was very fast, Karak, how you got into the St. Thomas FA that you were on the front line very quickly. So I that's a question I would share from Mr. Rudolph Speed. Are you going to continue to aid in the development of St. Thomas football, Karak?
I'm aid in the development of football anywhere I feel like. I mean, Westmoreland now, suppose I feel like putting on a team from the hotel, when the hotel up and running, and if that's what transpires, because you can put in the offer and the thing and decide to tear it down and just build a house. But suppose you would decide to sponsor a team up here, you can't tell me if I sponsor a team, you can't tell me if I spend my money. You can't tell me my associates how to spend our money. No. Wherever we feel like I feel like supporting football, I will.
Cataract, that's not that's not a proper.
Inclusive of St. Thomas. And the person in St. Thomas know what I've done. So
I'm gonna make Jamaica Guna them talk to you, cause it look like
anyway,
we can communicate better. Jamaica Guna, you're here. Cataract is here. You guys know what to do. Your mic is muted. Because I like to let people, I like to let
no,
everybody.
let me tell you what that is. J. Taylor. That is just a diversion from the fact that I was speaking about the acts of electoral fraud that took place yesterday. Right? We can't talk about St. Thomas each time you want. But serious things happened yesterday. Why skip from that?
But you
Because
didn't
it's
answer the
very
question, Cataract.
shaky,
Why,
man.
why can't you
I
answer
said
the
I said
question?
I will no man can tell me over spend my money. No man.
That was very shaky, Karak.
I don't care what you think. Come on there, so we broke, we can't afford lawyer. So you have to talk to me. If I feel like
Man,
support,
yeah, internet keeps going
if
out.
I feel like supporting a club in Clarendon, I can do so, man. If I
But you
feel like
can't,
doing
but
one
you have
out
to
in
admit, man,
Westmoreland,
it was very,
and if I
yeah,
feel like doing one out in St. Thomas, I will support out in St. Thomas, bro.
but you have to
Ugh.
admit, bro, that was very shaky, man.
What's shaky?
The way you got into
Yeah,
that FA, man.
how is it shaky? You ever do nothing in
You got
football
it
in
so
Jamaica?
quick, man. That was
Tennessee, just talk to the man properly.
Where you want it? Hold on, where you want it? Tennessee.
eh?
Hold on. It's Tennessee
No,
talking.
you're
Have
messing.
you ever done anything in Jamaican football?
You're messing. You're messing. You're
Okay.
messing. We
So
watch
me
football,
get in,
like
we fit in. Me get in, we fit in.
yeah,
That's
all
how I
right.
think.
You're getting anything. But what
We
shaky?
fit in. Yes.
But what me
Well,
ask you, so how you
yes,
feel this
boss.
morning after you have your all the delegates in your pocket?
No, I never said I had delegates in my pocket. I said I have comfortably delegates there. Those delegates, some of them were changed on the day during the
Okay.
process. That's what I'm saying to you. But I am not. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm a big man. I may do politics long time. You see,
May
if
I
you
ask you
can't
a
take,
big
you see,
man
if you
question?
can't take losing,
May
don't
I
go in a
ask you a
politics.
big man question? May
Hold
I
on,
ask you
man.
may
Hold
I
on.
ask you a
The
question
man
and
asked
mash
a question. Let me answer the man now.
Cataract, before you, me want you answer both of them. Cataract, me ask you a big man question. Was the
Mm.
election stolen?
Was it stolen? In some, the election process was fraudulent. Fraudulent.
Was the election stolen?
No, I am using my word. I'm not putting a word in my mouth. The
Make your
election process was fraudulent. It has produced a result. Congratulations to the person who came out, right? But don't for 1 minute think that this wasn't going to happen, that Cataract wasn't going to talk about voter number 31 who showed up and voted in somebody else's name. No, somebody said, oh, well, it happened one time. So what? So one person get murdered. Oh, so we behave in Jamaica. If you go in and thief one item in a Macy's, you can't go to Macy's and say, well, oh, I go a two item thief. Why you gonna call me shoplifter? Yes,
I took a socks
you
me take.
are. So I'm just saying to you, go ahead and enjoy your victory. But for one moment, I won't let the public think that you won by a free and fair election. You did not. But you are the president. Go ahead, do your presidential job. I know that at this time, if Raymond Anderson had prevailed, at this time today, there would have been a check signing for $350 million of sponsorship. There would have been a check signing for $300,000 per parish for the administrative roles, that's general secretary and president, for the salary, so that the sport could become professionalized. And I know for certain that this morning, Sidela Mali would have been speaking to the Jamaica Football Federation president, Raymond Anderson, had the result been different. So I know those three things. But Jamaica decided the delegates who managed to put their vote in, that's what they voted for. If you can't take losing, don't come in a politics. I'm not the place here for you. And if you don't have the money to come on the stream and chat, because you're not a liar to back you. Just for the thing go. Some will win, some will lose. Some 2 weeks ago, I massacre Bobby Montague in nine place. I'm come today and the result is not what I wanted. But you don't hear me come and across the delegate or whatever. I'm speaking about the process. And if Jamaicans are comfortable that fact that people, one man can come vote in the next man's name, I can't say nothing else. Fool thing that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Jamaica go now.
Yeah, bless up JT. Like, big up to the panelists. Them, big up Karak.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah. Just a simple question. I wanted to ask Karak. Karak, do you think that you contributed to your team's demise because you forward on one of these platforms and exposed their strategy?
No.
Because I was listening to the program at the time when you basically laid out your plans, your team's plans. Well, a portion of it at least that could have been utilized to like for instance let's say you mentioned a place that you had strength, and I think maybe the opposing team might have heard that and they went there to consolidate that. So so you don't think that your exposure of that was any contributing factor to the loss?
Nope.
Okay. Next question still when we want to ask you. How you feel
You want the reason? You want to know the reason why?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
me
go ahead.
send them to some place where me never go. Because I'm not that stupid.
Okay. So our next question, like you said, you're a nigga that enjoy yourself now, right?
No, me not take an extra day. Because
Yeah. Well,
me name drive back there
that's
with it.
always good.
Recovery.
Yeah, I hope you can find your teeth them when you do them.
My teeth. First of all,
Oh yeah, your teeth on the father.
Yo!
well, I will simply answer this and say to you. If me have money to buy a car this morning, me surely have money to go to dentist. So me all right. Me good.
Don't break.
And
You say I'm going back and I
I'll
see
be
him
on to the next election. So I don't know. We win some and lose some. But I will expose how the victory was won. And what I'm saying, are you comfortable with knowing what you know now about what took place in the election? Are you a comfortable person with what happened, Guna? That
Me
man come
personally,
and
all right.
vote in the next man name.
Fun and joke aside, this is what I think. I think personally, I have when I was part of the corporate world, I participated in quite a few voting situations, and two things I come to learn. One of them, there's never ever been an election, never ever for the existence of humankind that has been 100% clean. There's always been something more going on when you're right. That is one, and two, um, it's never ever voting for the best guy. It's usually voting for the lesser of two evils, or at least. Um, and when once those two lessons have been etched in my mind from as I said from before before my current job, me realize that with those two things coming into situations, when you hear people, there's always going to be the situation with number one in relation to people saying there were irregularities, to put it mildly. And then there's always going to be people saying, boy, the other team would have done this and the other team would have done that, the losing team that is. And there's never a comfort. There's just the only thing I look at is that I was, as a person who don't have a vote and just have an opinion, which everybody have one. So it's not special. So my opinion is simply this. I think so the continuation is a benefit. It's not a flaw. And there's not a lot of great things, but there's promising things that I see. And with this team coming in a World Cup qualifying year, and with a Copa year, and under 20, and all of this thing happening now, I don't think the change of administration would have been the best thing for Jamaica football at this moment in time. That's one point. Next thing that I didn't like, the indicators put out by some of the members of your team in relation to the future for Jamaica football. I think say based on how they presented themselves, it may be how I read it. I'm prepared to know that I may have read it wrong, but to how I read it, them man they did basically don't have
We lost Jamaica Guna there.
I'm
We
not
lost.
hearing JPL. I'm not
Yeah, we
hearing.
lost Jamaica Guna. So Brian Martin can feel free to jump in. Tennessee Lewis or Karak. Okay, they're all muted, Karak. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. Karak now go answer the body question, so make him alone talk.
No,
What
if I
question you
hear the
have? What
question,
question you have?
I've answered many questions. J
Okay.
Killer, have
Okay,
I
so
not
answer
answered every
this.
question?
Answer this. Will you be continuing to offer the support that you used to offer in the past to the national program? Whatever
I don't
support
know.
that is. Oh, you don't. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Those are things that you have to take a considered view in. Um, me not no perfect man, but the whole heap of bad things by the face I got hurt. But I have to really think if I want to be associated with what I saw yesterday, right? Big man thing. And when I tell you, say, me in an election where man I roll up and down and fling stone, me never say election like this. Never in my life. And so I have to just sit back and chill.
You hear me?
But if in other
You
things
not hear me?
like
Yeah, man, we
where
here.
All right. Bro.
other things like where me I say, oh, get up and go fly, go match. I'm taking them from Nation League. Me I study whether me I go. Because at the end of the day, me might want to just do something else with the money and me don't have the endless supply of money, but I can decide. Yeah, it's my right. You know what I mean? So
You know what I have to say. I have to give you credit for, and because if I can sign up and help a election campaign, and they lose, and I buy a hotel the next morning, God damn, I need to start getting into politics.
remember say politics are just the side of what me do, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
my party has not been in power since 2016. So I don't want to feel like a politics money me I spend. You understand? Me I'm a
Yeah.
charge of them. Me I'm a charge of them good. And if we see a
You
business that
should
we
make
want to
election
go in,
run off. You should make election run off a little bit first.
no
Hey,
someone. No someone.
J
If
Killer,
I'm
me can't
born
cut
in
you
the
know what
die
I say.
pass.
Remember that say because me kind of
Yeah, man, go ahead.
get
You
all
did
business
freeze up
call.
and you did get.
So I saying to you, JT, I saying if I feel like I want to do something and me I'm a charge of them, who feel like they want to invest in something we can bring job and help the development of Jamaica, we'll do it. You understand? So there's nothing. Wake up a morning, people are gonna employ, you know. You get me? And cleaner and I don't know, big hotel, I feel like say a sandals. You understand? But I don't want to feel like say a sandals, but
Is it a hotel or a cottage?
no, it's not a cottage, my friend. A hotel with a reservation desk with check-in, okay, with a bellboy, okay.
Cataract.
All right, all right, with
Cataract.
room service, okay. It's Karak. Yo,
Cataract.
I forget that sample in the car. I like it. So me want I don't know back road hotel the man to come ask about say what we can do for them for a 2 hour part time. But tell her a part time. You understand? Oh, feel like
Jamaican
I told you. So but all
people
about
like
feel like saying the back road thing I go on, but they're right on the strip, bad man. Like if I get something, if I forget something just like let me tell you the truth. I'll share this with you and then go to camp party. A man when I sell it, look for me and say, they have a Chinese man offer him feet, you know. But when him look and see two young Jamaican black and a young Jamaican woman a chair with moving, him say if you have the money, we are sell to as a elder Jamaican to see a next generation of Jamaican want to come in this thing. Yeah, and that
Cataract.
the man say.
On a football note, for the
Mm.
question, people, yeah, Jamal Lowe is there in camp. He did an interview on the Reggae Boyz channel. Most of the players are going to be there. Only players who won't be in camp are players who had games yesterday. Those players will arrive a little bit late. So only
Bailey
players.
Kelmary?
Billy Kadamatri is an anomaly, and we'll leave
Bailey
that.
Kelmary?
We'll
Anything
leave
about
that.
Kelmary? Any word job about Kelmary?
When I look at it, if Billy Kadamatri wants to turn down an international call up for England U19, I don't. That sounds like his age. That sounds like a decision someone his age would make. That's quite young to me. That's
No,
not.
but administratively, JD, did the player, did the Jamaica Football Federation follow the rules and register the player as a Jamaican international? Were the proper international releases sought from his club? Because you have to get released from a club, you know.
But
So two people, you can't get released to two people. You can't get a transfer to two clubs. You can't, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me say to you, you can't have, I have never seen, or let me put, I have never seen, player is transferring to Bayern Munich, Harry Kane transferred to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich unveils Harry Kane in their lineup. And the next day here, Real Madrid name Harry Kane in their starting lineup. I've never heard that because it somewhere somehow I don't know how, but if I feel I'll find out how did the JFF f this one up, right? Somebody dropped the ball somewhere because the matter of a player's international allegiance has to go through FIFA and FIFA Connect. You don't just get up and say, yo, forward, come play for me. And that's how the ball game run.
oh god.
The player's passport would have had to be submitted if it was done properly to say that this player is a Jamaican international. So I don't understand. And as I tell you, I was busy with elections, so I can't really say. But I am deeply disturbed by what's happening.
Okay, go ahead now, Jamaica go now.
JT.
Which one?
Yeah, man. On a point of order, so the FIFA Connect system is used to transfer players from one club to another.
Okay.
Proceed, Jamaica, go now.
All right.
I thought I said a player can't show up for Bayern Munich and then the next day be revealed for in the starting lineup of Real Madrid. Didn't I not say that, Jay Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
So, Virgin, use it 2 ears and listen twice.
All right. What's your style on? So Karak. As I say,
Yep,
I personally, I personally, this is my personal view. The word, some of the language forwarding out from your team was very 1573-ish, as in terms of the direction in which it sounded as if they wanted to move the football in that specific direction. I'm good with developing the younger players, but the method in which it was spoken of, I am building fields. Fields don't develop players per se. It takes coaching and the coaching them have coaching. So I wasn't convinced by what they didn't come and say, yo, because how me look at things is this. When you're going into a new department, you have to forward in there. You have to go in there with something where make people say, hold on, them man. Them man a thing, you know what I mean? Them man a thing look strong over here. So them man a thing look like say, yo, them have a direct plan, them have strong leadership. All them something. I don't think the G was demonstrated himself to be a strong and firm leader. And I said this is not in comparison to the other man either. It's just that I'm looking at the best of the worst, the worst, and who is the worst. And there's a worse and there's a worse, and the people them just chose the worst. So, you know what I mean? It's just, in my opinion, I think that is what happened there. But congratulations on your loss, and congratulations to the other team for winning. And hopefully we can see some changes moving forward. I think hopefully I can see maybe some of your ideas being the ideas from your team, the positive ideas, them, the good one, them, not the one them where it sounded as if there was not going to be any overseas-based players coming in the team, or there was going to be a blockade placed against them. Hopefully the good ideas, hopefully some of your good ideas that your team may have had, you guys can maybe forward in and hopefully can contribute to the betterment of Jamaican football moving forward, because it is what it is, and the last wasn't close. The last was a big old whoop in the head side. So if it was close, then I would say wait, maybe it warrants you re-examining it. 100%. But because it was so far, it is what it is, and we have to just move
Did
forward.
you say congratulations on your loss?
Yeah, man.
So, first of all, I understand, and at the end of the day, me go in a clash before, and he sound dead badly, and man have to talk, but somebody, yo, yeah, that's like they really gonna play that song there, and that you really say for the man. Listen, I want to address a couple of things that Guna said, and it would be remiss of me not to, because I cannot allow those falsehoods to exist. So, at no time. And Raymond Anderson was at pains to say, anywhere in the world you're born, you're a Jamaican, and the door is open to you. No time did it say that players who were born in the diaspora, England especially, would not be welcome into the Jamaican team. At nowhere, at no time was it said that if Anderson takes office, they're going to fire the coach, right? But the Ricketts team and Mr. Speed, in particular, the AKA the mouthpiece, they did a good job at what's called fear mongering. The Russians are coming, the Russian ships are coming to take over Jamaica. It's an old strategy, but it seems that it still works. So I thank them for that, because I might use it in the next general elections, because I didn't realize people were so naive, right? At no time. But Guna, one of the things I want to say to you is that, on the other hand, while saying that on the internet, in person, even up to election day, they were saying, see that boy Karak, him not gonna make none of your player from your club can ever play for Jamaica, because them boy are gonna bring in beer and English friend and an English cousin and an English family, them Anthony Grant. They never know that Anthony Grant could come up in an election, So it's a Spanish machete thing. When them talk one thing over here, them tell them man, them say they don't have no relegation, them or expand the Premier League to 16 teams. Right? Them tell the tier 2 man, them say, boy, them make 2 more man get promoted. So it was basically a campaign of telling the delegates what they wanted to hear. And my days of those kind of election kind of finish. I'm gonna campaign them with it. But if a next man do it, it is successful, and I don't have anything to say about it. So I have nothing bad to say about Rudolph Speed about taking that approach of just telling electoral lies, just telling everybody what they want to hear, right? You tell a fat girl that she's slim, and you tell a slim girl that she's thick. You understand? Tell a black girl that she's brown, and she stick around. That's the way. I don't have no problem with it, because they say all's fair in love, war, and politics. Good. In terms of the plans, Guna, and development, and they say fields and infrastructure don't build players, I was on Pains J. Taylor to say we would have a program that would bring the best coaches together to develop a Jamaican style of football that would people like Darren Moore, Paula, Dean Burton, Lenny Hyde, Craig Butler, and we listed a couple of other ones, Donovan Duki and stuff. Right now,
Donovan Duki will just come out say Leon Bailey should get suspended.
Hold on, man. You're telling me about something in the future. I'm talking about what I was saying then.
Okay.
So I couldn't have looked forward into the future. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm just an oligarch.
But they
right?
can say you weren't Raymond wasn't a good judge of character.
No, that would not have been Raymond, because it said the people. He would not be selecting all the people around him. It's the people who are technical that says Jerome Waite. You remember me listing those names. It's funny how Mr. Speed, who was critical of what I was saying and saying it's nonsense, go hire Jerome Waite. So they don't have a problem copying from the Anderson playbook that we put out, because we were not selfish in saying we're going to keep all the ideas to ourselves because we don't want to see Jamaican football go forward. They put and demanded an elite squad to keep training up at the center there. You know, so that elite squad went around the island, and meaning that Jamaican-based domestic squad, we call it elite, they call it domestic. They went around the island playing games against other teams. Isn't that so?
Yes.
And that's what I came on your program and exposed. Isn't that the same thing? So yeah, who this call me now? Nobody call me right now. Bombard. What up on the channel? I can't give me the money. So and that's that, my friend. So they have taken the paths that they want to take. They have not given credit. They put open something called a women's department. So they've taken out what they want to do, and they've not been man enough to give credit to Raymond Anderson and his team for coming up with those ideas. But what I do know they will never have with Jamaican Guna is that they will never be able to announce a $350 million sponsorship, and they would never be able to announce a $49 million sponsorship to professionalize the administration in the various parishes, so that office open from 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock and it like 5 o'clock.
Stick a pin now, Karak, on that path here. So what would you say to the people who are saying that these brilliant ideas that Mr. Raymond Anderson proposed in his manifesto, why weren't these ideas brought forth to the board during his tenure and as well as implemented?
So maybe people were not listening. Mr. Anderson was clear to say that he has brought these ideas, not all of them, and his ideas were shut down, and it is and his concerns were ignored, and it's for that reason that he put himself forward to run. It's clear. We are saying to board meetings are held, these not minutes and papers are not given to him. And throughout the election process, I hope that this was clear. We never saw the nomination forms, even though we asked to see them to make sure that Ricketts was duly nominated properly. We've never been given those documents. They've been hidden. Right? So that's whatever. The other thing about it is that some of the people said they will not give their money to what they say, what they feel is a tainted and corrupt administration. They needed new leadership with new transparencies. And the truth of it, some of the parishes never want a transparency. So that's why they vote hard against Raymond Anderson. But at the end of the day, you have to stand for something and believe in something, bro. So you want to chat and chat and chat. Me no believe in one, no believe in her. Me no believe in Mr. Ricketts. Me no believe in Mr. Speed. Me no believe in Dennis Chong. I believe that I believe they are a key answer to Jamaica's football. But let's see if I'm right. I believe Jamaica could have. I believe that Jamaica could have won the World Cup in the next 10 years. That was my belief. But I know now I'll go to my grave because I won't be around long enough to say yes or no. But I know we can't with it with them money. Then I have the vision. Then I have the desire. I'm just one pushing team player from team personal club. That's what them believe in. But we believe that if we had done this thing the right way, both at the same time developing grassroots and homegrown domestic football, that within 10 years we could have won the World Cup. We had been actively recruiting players, and those players, we're not going to tell them don't come to Jamaica now because I know we're not going to tell them. The other day I told you the last will and action that we did on behalf of Raymond Anderson. When that player come, I will give Anderson the credit. A EPL starting player with over 50 caps that was never open to Jamaica. The way we approach them and what we put on the table, that player 100% committed to coming to represent Jamaica. I saw the thing come down with a bad mind. But when somebody has elected something, you have to allow it. You have to allow it to go ahead. Now, I say the people in the vote out Porsche, you know. And see we are suffer now.
Yeah, JT.
Yeah, I'm listening, guys.
But somebody had a question.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a question.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Tennessee,
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Tennessee, go ahead.
Yeah, Ketera, big up yourself. But what may I say? Me want to ask Ketera if Mr. Anderson is still the vice president up until the election.
He's no longer the vice president. There are new vice presidents now.
Okay.
He does not have an official position in football now.
Christ. So Mr. Anderson risk his income to herself. Well, I'm sure Mr. Anderson have other sources of income.
JFF is not a source of income. That was
Yeah.
another lie perpetrated from the pit of hell.
So nobody in the
Right?
GFF gets paid.
So I don't know about nobody else. I know Mr. Anderson getting a salary, him doing travel, right? You've never seen him traveling,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's,
He,
that's,
he
that's
hold
a,
on. Hold a minute. I've never finished the J Taylor son about it. I know that he's a official match commissioner, fully trained match commissioner. So he can go and be the match commissioner around the world. He's a FIFA match commissioner, and he has other FIFA professional certifications that um, he can utilize. But as a direct man, he never get a salary from the JFF. He not have no bar in the stadium. Those things were just lies,
well, I
right?
want to
But
ask you, Karak. I mean, I talk, you know. What would you? Because this is my this is what I'm thinking. I never seen persons fight for a job that doesn't pay them.
you get the president of the JFF, the president
okay,
gets a stipend,
okay.
right? I think it's about 50,000 US. The stipend to conduct the business in the country. You understand? Because you'll have to take time away from your official position. But the vice presidents don't get that. And ordinary directors don't get it. You get the thing when you come to a meeting, they give you a meeting stipend. I would not dare to disgrace those people
What
and say
about
it's a salary.
What about per diem?
No per diem if you travel with the team.
Okay. And does Raymond travel as a match?
No, no,
He
doesn't.
doesn't.
No, yeah, long ago. But that had been said long ago. People like Wayne Thompson, James Pearson, those die-hearted supporters, they've been cut out of that for years now
So
because they did not believe that you should be using travel, overseas travel, to get delegates and to get support. That's not how it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to, when you go overseas, for Jamaica, you're supposed to come back with something. You're not supposed to come back with your too long hand.
or a flat screen TV.
There you go. So if people want that, that's what they're happy with. They want the flat screen TVs and out of the big box stores. You know, that's what they want. Who am I to say anything against that? I'm saying they were given an opportunity for a different take on football administration, and that was rejected.
Brian
What do you
Martin.
say?
All right, Karak, give thanks here. May I ask you some tough questions and respect your answers them. So, I
Yeah,
jump
man,
out
no problem, man. I remember saying, I tell you, say a big man reasoning, you know. I know, say, RDX of the family, I know, so I have lawyer and them something there, contract and them something there, so we
there.
can manage the argument.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Cool, no?
Hey, I was Africa, bro. I was Africa, bro.
Karak.
I was Africa, bro. I have some ladies down in Kenya. I got a couple in South
Karak.
Africa. I got one in Botswana. So let me know how I go, bro. I might coming on the tour. You know, so I'm on a big tour. I come in Africa and everything.
He's out of here, Karak. He's not here anymore.
I'm sure he's hearing me, man. I'm sure he's listening to Jay Taylor's Coach
Man of Steel, Brian.
Yeah, may I cut off about 4:30 here, brother. So I take 4 more minutes. So use it wisely.
What may I say is, I find it strange. I don't know, we can't get that point here where someone has, based on the amount of years that Mr. Anderson has been in the Federation, I suppose he has probably been in there longer than Mr. Ricketts. I stand corrected. Maybe about the same amount of time.
Oh, longer.
Yeah, longer.
Way longer.
I suppose he's been in there longer than Speed. He's been in there longer than Chong. He's been in there longer than Elaine Walker Brown. I mean,
longer than Jesus Christ. Get to the point.
So,
he's been in there longer than Christ.
So I'm struggling to see how a person who has been in the Federation for so long is telling people now that he didn't have any influence. That is an indictment on him as a leader to have been in a federation for so long. Most of the persons who he's proposing as more influence on him would have come in there and saw him. How is it that he has sat in the federation for so long and him don't have the influence. Whereas when he put forward good and sensible ideas, nobody's able to pick up on those ideas and to move forward and to champion the cause.
Yeah.
That's just very strange.
That would have tell me that people in the JFF don't like great ideas, then, right? If he has some
So,
great ideas and he's
so
because
I
I have to give let me just get a little 2 second out of the show.
yeah, man, sorry.
Because that's what I've been struggling with. And I said it. I think anybody except Raymond Anderson would have probably gave Mr. Ricketts a better challenge. Because Mr. Raymond Anderson, he came in with the baggage of 39 years or however the amount of years he has been there. I think that elephant in the room, him couldn't get out the elephant there because there's just too many questions that people are gonna ask you. Like, you've been there for 39 years and you weren't smart enough to build up a coalition to basically take down the individuals that you're going up against. Because if I'm in an organization for 39 years, I would know the ins and outs. I would know who's vulnerable. I would know, they say in life, everybody has a price. You just have to know what their price is. So I don't understand how Mr. Anderson wasn't able to build a coalition within that organization after being there for 39 years. It tells me that he doesn't really have that level of respect from his compatriots in that organization.
So
We
Jay
have to,
Taylor,
we have to be honest about that, Ketara.
so no Jay Taylor, you I expected better from a young man like yourself.
With a question like that, Ketara, it's
Hold
a
on, hold on.
question I'm struggling with
He,
myself.
he has built a coalition. That's why you have the Casafa, St. Thomas, St. Mary, and that's what they call the other two parishes because St. Dan with Danny Beckford, and one other parish. But the what has happened is, let me just say this, and I didn't want to be disrespectful. It's still apparent that you can buy the support of a parish with a trip. And I even go further. The minute Intercal became a member, which was 2 weeks ago, February 24th,
Mhm.
the first thing that happened is that the president of Intercal was sent as the head of delegation, I think, down to Trinidad. Right? The first thing. The man even did it 1 minute and you start trip him out. You understand? People speak, you comfortable with that? The minute the association became a member, not even 1 day good. Try remember good now. February 24th, they had the thing on the Saturday, and by a morning, him the defender played. I go down to Trinidad with the team. Right? The baller work, this traveling of executives with team, head of delegation and deputy head of delegation and policies. If man and man happy for that continue, I can't say that my boss. I just ease and press. You see what I say?
All right. Let's segue into a net people. Cataract has to Cataract has moved slow.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, man.
yes, one thing. So give me a little talk here. You hear me?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Cataract talk to the people them say, that people comfortable with that thing. But remember that this is clearly been comfortable with it. He was there for 39 years. Or 37 years, I wouldn't want to say. You understand? Because if you're not comfortable with the organization, why you stay in the position like even when you are run against Ricketts, why you never just resign to make people say like like you're serious about what you're saying? You could have just resign.
Because you have two options. You can either try to stay inside and change it, or you can challenge the system. He did that. He challenged the system and he failed. What the man understand? Man, I make it
No,
look
man,
like
I
it's
understand
rocket
actually.
science, bad man. You know, hear me say
I
to say,
understand.
Raymond Anderson stopped taking trip a long time ago. Wayne Thompson, Mark Barnett from Casafa, James Pierce, them man stopped take trip because they realized that this trip taking thing gone too far. So don't
But
say that
Danny
the
Beck,
man sit down in there and comfortable on boy, now you come. No, don't do that. Give
that
due
too.
is due, right?
That
And let me tell you something about elections. Just know this. You see, election, election victory has many fathers. When PFP win, the yard full. You see, an election loss is an orphan. Everybody disappear.
But it's
So, the end of the day, I'm saying the public, because man say them comfortable with it, them comfortable for everything continue. So, man come on this program, I said I'm glad for the continuation. So, the whole of the continuation with the man that did a fight and I said them want a change. I like that, did I tell?
no.
JT, the said man, them said them want a change. And the said man, they were today, I said, them glad for the continuation.
Me didn't want that. Me want a change, Karak, but I think the timing for me was not right. The timing right now. I felt like
JT. Yeah, the gentleman, the Concacaf president. Yeah, he couldn't get any overseas trip because he recently turned the president of Concacaf. That's like less than that. This is like his first term. So he wasn't eligible to get any trips.
So then Brian Martin.
But Danny, hold on. Please allow me. Danny Beckford, who was on your slate, also went on trips. Was he being bought out?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because Mr. Beckford was on your slate.
That's some mama
he went on a trip.
And that's some better you watch, man, you know. That easy, you know. Listen to the question I'm going to ask you. And listen what you say. Listen what you say out of your own mouth. Jay Taylor, the man said, Mark Barnett is in his first term.
Mark Bennett. He's your
Bennett. Hold on, man. You are the YouTube Grammarly. But before I drive out Jay Taylor, may I kill this brother your career. I show you say I saw muma lash brother. Listen, Jay Taylor, the man said that Mark Burnett. How come all of a sudden you're very specific? And when me I say Curvin White, vote for Curvin Right, you said no wrong with that. No, you say Burnett, you come here, come try. I say to you, Jay Taylor.
I'm listening.
Mark Barnett, hold on now. Alice, Mark Barnett, Burnett, whichever one, go Google it. He's Brian Mighty, Man of Steel, which is a jellyback Man of Steel, right? Because we never see Jelly Steel yet. This man was the president longer than the president from Trelawney, who became the president within the last 12 to 24 months. Yet that president has been at head of a delegation. So you tell me now, the corruption that made a president who is president now for 3-4 years can't go as active, but you have one. I just said to you that Intercal became a member on the 24th of February, and by 27th, man, apply as head of delegation. So you kill your own self. Am I correct, JT?
I'm agreeing with you. However, I'm saying
don't agree with me. Don't play any
vice
song when you
president
play.
of your slate, Mr. Beckford, recently went on trip and did a delegation. So he was bought out as well?
No, sir. Last trip he went on was when we went to Mexico in the Nations League. Right? And that's before the thing was named. But I'm not saying to you that presidents don't go as head of delegation. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not to be used to buy support. It must be used for the development of Jamaican football, because you must have a head of delegation. I'm not stupid. I'm saying how that selection process is done and the terms of reference must be clear.
Okay.
It's not like I'm going to tear up some ballot paper on it.
Honestly, yeah, tear up the ballot box them.
Yeah.
Tear up the ballot box. So, Taylor, the man just kill himself because he proved that the JFF in his own rules, which he said is that you can't become a head of delegation in your first term, that is happening in order to get. And I put the Trelawney, who is actually on a head of delegation right now, going to Dallas. Psst. And he hasn't been there for a full term yet.
and sell him vote. Well,
Brother,
I don't know, man.
Karak,
been
about
there,
Karak, I know so at the same way you run go giant St. Thomas FA and third delegate at Congress in the less than a year. So the same
That's true.
thing we put the money for, you are part of doing it, brother. You see, yo, the whole of
That is true, Karak, man.
the
That is
man
true.
them fast track
You
you.
can't
Because
deny.
look how much club they are St. Thomas and how much delegates out there. And in a less than a year, you tell us in October, in a recent, October 2023 or 2022, whichever one of them, you become a member of Artist Club. Who is the president of Artist Club? The same person who run as vice president for Anderson Slade. And less than a year after you become a member of the club, you gonna vote in Congress to represent the parish. Look all the people that want to set up wait, look how much people out there with your own club, run club, administrate club, and none of we don't get the chance to go to a Congress to represent the parish. Them send you. So not the same for the same, brother. So the whole of mix up not the same thing. It's just that when the benefit you will come out and squeal, brother. I'm gonna agree with that.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. I can't Karak. That's true.
Yeah, man.
You
That was
can't.
a sticky line. I asked Karak
You can't
about that.
deny.
The process was expedited for
Bro,
Karak.
I want to know is you see when you answer the question to say, brother, election don't know you lose. You go back out to RT Football Club, go be a member and support the club and help with the development of the players and the infrastructure, everything. Him go around the world and tell about him can sponsor club anywhere and him buy hotel. Brother, this is the same when they on the platform, months ago or maybe a year ago and tell the whole world, say buy Simon Channel. That the man say, brother. The man said it out of mouth. Him can't say a lie that.
Yeah, he's
You've been
no longer on. He's no longer on.
Karak. You've been caught, man.
Yeah, cataract. So
Yo,
yeah,
JC, so I'm telling you, brother, I'm telling you, bro. See, all the man them practice the same thing, brother. So that's why me I say, yo, you see when it don't benefit you, don't come squeal, brother.
I see
Cause
things
all
too.
of the practice the same thing, brother. And brother, you see the constitution we have now, Ricketts and this in the whole of them sit down and plan and come to the constitution along with the FIFA people them to brother. You see me so when in the India come and do the constitution, you know what the problem in my mind, he never expect say he would have need to go run.
all right. Hold the line, man. Still, let me take a call upon Stefan. Go ahead, Stefan.
Yeah, man, JT, best up.
Bless
Best
up.
up to all of the fun of the scene.
Yeah.
So, so first thing, I have no problem with the challenger coming out and challenging Mr. Ricketts and Karak being a part of his slate and all of that, right? That's fine because I believe in democracy,
Yes.
right? And each person has that right to exercise, what they deem to be in terms of how they want to support and who they want to support. I'm fine with that. You understand me? But my only and my major issue with the Anderson team is what I stated from before in terms of the constitution. Now, if I can look at if me being on the outside can look at certain things just by listening to these programs and hearing individuals from both sides come on to various platforms and explain how the constitution or aspects of the constitution is. If me being on the outside can recognize that the constitution is flawed in certain regards, right? And I made mention of it previously when I was looking at the fact that why is it that the constitution didn't speak to preventing individuals from garnering votes or garnering support, right across all three pillars? Why didn't the Raymond team foresee that this would have been a huge problem when the constitution was being tabled? That's my major question. I'm not looking at the 40 odd years or 30 odd years Mr. Anderson was in the administration. Why is it that something because I understand from Mr. Speed and the Ricketts-led administration, I don't think they did anything unconstitutional because all what they have done is within the constitution, especially where that is concerned. You understand me? Why is it that the Anderson-led team and all the persons that are part of that team No one didn't foresee that this was going to be a problem. How many votes did Mr. Speed get from Pillar 2 and Pillar 3?
Yeah. And today, Stefan, because Stefan, after today, we're done with the election thing, so we can finally get back to football.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but no, I agree, my boss. And after today, as you know, as cynical as it might sound, we don't really want to hear no more beating of the GFF because of the huge gap in terms of the results. It's quite clear that most of the delegates, regardless of if they were promised trips, etc., most of the delegates are okay with the status quo and are continuing along this trajectory with this administration. So it's quite clear to me that they are fine with how things are.
You're right, bro. You're right. And I think a lot of those people, there has to be a reason why they feel like going with Mr. Ricketts is their best option. Not true?
Exactly.
And,
For whatever
maybe,
reason.
Stefan, maybe a we out here I see problem. Maybe them man they not see no problem with what going on in there.
Probably exactly, my boss. Probably they are quite fine with whatever is taking place. And we out here and make issues out of certain things that we deem to be unprofessional, corruption, all of these things that we are highlighting. Probably they don't have a problem with it. And to me, it's based on the results. The results speak, you know. Karak is a man who in politics. In Nuego, the last general election, you saw the votes for the PNP vis-a-vis the JLP.
Landslide.
You understand me? The people just don't see. It's landslide, my boss. The people them just don't see the challenger as anybody who they probably would deem to run the JFF. That's just my opinion. And it's based on results.
I was, and Stefan, I was expecting more people to slide to Andis' side if they thought, you know, a lot of times in organization you will have a lot of silent envy or silent disgruntled individual. I was expecting more disgruntled delegates to maybe switch to Andis, but when I saw the results, I was actually quite shocked.
That's my point, JT. That's exactly my point. I would be more entertaining of the conversation at this point in time if the results were extremely close and we had to split hairs in terms of deciding who won the election. I would be more entertained at this point in time, but it's quite clear to me that, you know, I could be wrong. I could be reading into it wrong, but to me, I don't think they have an issue with the Ricketts-led team. And I think they are quite content in moving forward another 4 years with this team. And they just probably don't say Anderson or the Anderson-led team as a viable option, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Karak also spoke on the discrepancies or the anomalies in identifying individuals, but he also followed that up by saying that he didn't think though that would have changed the outcome. So
right.
That goes back to bolster your point of how huge the gap was in that scenario.
Exactly.
That was pretty big gap.
No. If you have a huge number of the delegates or the voting populace, if majority of them, JT, are disgruntled, you will see it in the polls, or you would have seen it in the polls. You'd have seen a lot of persons who would have either promised votes to Mr. Ricketts and probably didn't vote, right? So in my opinion, I just think and my major issue, as I said before, it was that the Anderson-led team should have foreseen that. Look, that issue, the Constitution was going to play a major part in determining who would lead the federation going forward. And I think that's something that they probably should have highlighted whenever the Constitution was being tabled, right? Because that was from a good while ago. And they must, I just looking on the outside, but realize
you did ask a brilliant question one time, though. You did ask a brilliant question one time before the election. I don't remember what it was, but it made a lot of sense.
It's the same thing that I'm raising. I'm the same point that I'm raising. That I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Constitution should have prevented you persons from garnering support or votes from all three pillars. Right, because what could happen is that you could very well have persons getting votes in pillar 1, votes in pillar 2, and votes in pillar 3. One individual. You understand me?
Stefan.
And we saw a similar thing with Pilar with the board choosing the coaching federation, which you know who they support, right? Mr. Speed has a number of votes in Pilar too, right? I mean that's what the constitution should have spoken to in terms of preventing that from happening, boss.
Yeah, and listen, guys, we can up here and we can beat Mr. Speed till God come. One thing, Mr. Speed is good. Mr. Speed reads the fine print. Mr. Speed,
that's exactly, my boss.
He reads the fine print. That's why Mr. Speed is always equipped to take on this kind of situation while staying within the law. That's just something that he does, man.
Exactly. And if the reason for forming a new constitution would be to expand the voter pool. If you look at what took place, you're really not expanding the numbers, but one administration could still manipulate in terms of having more votes. So you're expanding numbers, but you're not expanding, you're not broadening the base so that each stakeholder are expanding, you know. So to me, the Anderson team should have picked up on that, my boss.
Yeah.
Because I agree with Mr. Speed that they didn't do anything so far based on what I've heard and the little that I know of the Constitution. I don't think they did anything that's unconstitutional.
No.
Because the Constitution makes provisions for it.
And they wouldn't leave themselves open with all this scrutiny and stuff that's going on right now. I don't think they would leave themselves open for that. But people, we want to touch a little bit on the Stefan. Bailey Kadamachi out. The game is on the 21st. You still think Jamaica has a chance to beat this USA team?
All right, this is my opinion. You see, as long as, and I might not share the same view as everybody else, as long as the team, for me, what I'm looking for is how the team performs, right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as the team shows the same fight that we showed against Canada in that last game, I'm quite fine.
Even with the squad, even with the squad right now.
Even with, yes, exactly. Even with this current crop of players, as long as we show that same fight that we showed against Canada, I'm quite fine with the result. You understand me? Because I even highlighted earlier that to me, I think the coach is more, he always spoke about preparing or using the Copa America as preparation for the World Cup qualifiers. So I think he's probably more planning to have a deeper run in the Copa America tournament as opposed to the Nations League. That's just my opinion still, based on how I've heard the coach speak. So I'm more interested in the Copa America tournament and to see how far we can go within that tournament, because the coach thinks he deems it fit in terms of assessing and understanding and saying that, look, he thinks that will be good preparation for him for the World Cup qualifiers. So I'm more interested in the Copa America.
And who do you see as the X factor in this game for Jamaica? And who you think can maybe pull one out of the hat for us in this game with all those big guns out?
In the Nations League game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me see. Because we have about 5 players out, right?
So you say we are going and you don't know we're good.
No, I didn't say we're going to win the Nations League game, Minister. I'm saying as long as the team, yes, I said as long as the team shows that same fight. I didn't say we're going to win, my boss.
You think Ronaldo Cephas will have an impact on this game? I really me don't know, bro. My gut feeling I tell me that his speed can be a disruption for what the United States has planned. But then I also know that Coach Jaime Hallgrimsson is the kind of coach to keep Cephas on the bench for the entire 90 and not play him.
So that's what I was just about to say. If he gets game time.
Yeah.
Right? I was just about to say that. Once he gets game time, I think I would hope that he does come on and really, surprise the USA, because I'm not sure how much they know of Cephas. You understand me? So, I'm just looking forward to the game in terms of having once the team performs, I'm good, my boss. You understand me?
Is here, give me a result. Because tomorrow, so all right, Stefan, save it for tomorrow. Link back tomorrow. We're gonna do the proper show tomorrow from breaking down the squad. Everybody will be in camp by tomorrow. The players who weren't out were out are players who played on Sunday. So link up back tomorrow. Zine Stefan, and we
Yeah,
chop
man,
it
no
up the
problem.
real way.
But if Karak, yeah, man, cool. But if Karak is still on the panel,
He's
that's
gone.
what we want him answer.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, Karak gone. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
All right, Stefan. Blessings. So, people, there you have it. People, tomorrow we're going to have a proper football show. I think we've put a lot of the Karak, we put all of it behind. I think Karak got to say his piece, and it's only fair. We gave him a chance to speak before the elections, and he came out and he outlined some of his plans. The Raymond Anderson team, it didn't work out. Better luck next time. Tomorrow, we are going to do a proper show, which is just football-based show. United States versus Jamaica. We want to break down the tactical approach that Jamaica need to take into this game. We want to take into consideration player matchup, fitness of players coming in on form. Jamal Lowe is in camp right now, looking ready to go. He scored this weekend. That's a good look. Ronaldo Cephas is probably chopping away, ready to get his opportunity. But there's certain troubled areas that we need to look into in this team. Tennessee, I'll catch you over at the Reggae Boyz fan club group. You know, we jump on the live over there as well. So, people, tomorrow, anything you have to say in the game, Tennessee's out. So tomorrow, people, we're going to be back doing a proper show tomorrow on football. I just wanted to get this election thing out of the way, and it's done and dusted. So JFF, please, I hope I don't have to do any more shows for the rest of the year about JFF competency and following protocol and best practices when it comes on to their constitution. I hope this is it now. We can finally get back to focusing on football and being the fan that we are. I hope this is it today. Karak got to say his piece, and from here on out, people, it should be straight football all the way up to World Cup qualification. JFF, please, I don't want to be on my show talking about players don't get plane ticket and all those garbage. Wanna do it no, man, wanna win the election. It was a referendum on your ability to lead, and you guys got the vote. No, Mr. Ricketts, don't let those people down who voted for you. Just do the right thing. Don't let Jamaica down. Solve the issues with the Reggae Girls. Let's get it right. Mr. Rudolph Speed, do the right thing. The U20s, let's get it right. Leader, you are now a recruiter and a scout for the JFF. Do the right thing. All of you guys, please, this is your chance. We're giving you a fresh start. I'm always giving the JFF a fresh start. God damn it. I don't know, man. I'm always giving these guys a fresh start. But that's just me. I believe in people wanting to get it right. Mr. Dennis Chong, please get a proper calculator so you can count up the money properly so you don't pay everybody who now play football and get paid. Me say ding dong get paid with there. So here what? Dennis Chong, get it right. Please get a calculator and make sure you crunch the numbers properly before we start doing the payout. We want to get back to football. And tomorrow on Sports Prophecy, we're going to be breaking down tactical approaches. We're going to bring up the squad on screen and we're going to work it football style because I'm ready again, football. Euros will be coming up. I will be streaming the Euros as well. I love that big stuff. That's my kind of game. I like those kind of games, to see those big teams play. So, and I hope in the summer, people, I'm able to do some vlogs outside. I want to do some vlogs outside this year, or some live streams in the city of Copenhagen by the waters, or some football field, or some stadium, something. We need to mix it up. I don't want to just sit in front of you guys for the whole summer. I hope we can do some live streams from some different locations and just get the thing moving in another direction, spice it up a bit. I want to bless up and thank everybody for coming to Football Guru. God bless you. El Janeiro, my boss, remember your question about the Reggae Girls coming back in. I will make sure I pinpoint that question for you next time. Travis Peso, big up yourself, my boss. Freedom Vlog, big up yourself. Murak, big up yourself. I Refa Morris, big up yourself. The Dread Eye DJ, big up yourself. Spin City, long time I don't see you, my boss. Big up yourself. Richard Green, everybody, Steph Curry, Stefan Darcel, CMF, whole team, everybody know yourself. Siobhan Brown, everybody, the names. Sherman Scott, my boss, big up yourself. One done out of Clarendon. Baller kick. Yo, baller kick. You need to promote the channel a little bit more, man. Issa Allen, big up yourself. Ball kick, let me know how I could help you to promote the channel, bro. I'm always here to help to lift up our fellow Jamaicans, and we can plug your channel on the show. Whatever we need to do, let's do it and get you up there. Karen, big up yourself. Triple E, big up yourself. Sham 6, big up yourself. Yeah, man, Leroy Smarts, big up yourself. I don't know if you're still watching. I hope you join me soon when the games are kicking off. I love talking football with you guys as well. Big up yourself, Winston, Fowling, and who else we got? Richie Royal, the boss trophy a little bit. And let me see who I'm missing. Pagan 180, big up yourself. And big up yourself. Brain Drain. Where we can find but Brain Drain. Brain Drain, big up yourself. You've been a member of the channel for a long time. People, join the channel, man. It's only $1 to be a member of the channel. People, if you know, the channel is improving. I'm still not there yet. The show sometimes take a left turn, but I always say to you guys, this show is going to take a left turn sometimes. I want to leave my show open for the panelists and the fans sometimes to take the show in any direction they want. I don't want to run a channel like I'm running Sports Center or I'm on ESPN. This is not that channel. This channel is about being a reggae boy fan, vibe up the thing. That's why I may get some sound effects and things. Just vibe up the thing and get ready for the game and talk football. Sometimes it's going to be depressing, but it is what it is. That's what this channel is about. More time, this channel is about football, vibes, sometimes war, everything come with this channel. You see me? I say that's just how it is. And people, I know some people beat Karak bad, but Karak is one of us. Karak loves this football. He's a man who went out and tattooed the Reggae Boyz on himself after 98. That's a fan, because I'm a fan of Jamaican football, and I would never tattoo Jamaica football on me. I wouldn't even tattoo Jamaica on me. Not doing that. You see me, I say, so I have a big up Karak. I have one tattoo, and it was like a big mistake getting a tattoo. I wish I could, I think I would get it removed at some point. So yeah, man. So big up yourself, Karak, a real fan, and big up all the ultras them. Tomorrow we're gonna be back for a real football show. People, when you know the vibe, you know, stay safe. I know some of you are on different time zone. If you're at work, big up all the real fathers them out there. Big up everybody out there who's working in 95. We know the struggle, different country, same struggle as a Jamaican. And big up all the people who are working hard to make Jamaica a better place. Yo, big up yourself, man. Until next time, people, just stay safe, stay blessed out there.